Well, hi!
Hello!
Welcome back to Dragonborn Industries, episode 12 of Starfinder, our live play podcast and show. I'm joined by 3 players this week. We are down in Emily because she decided that being in a hot country for a holiday was more important than throwing me bits of attention, which we all know.
Frankly, it's rude.
Oh, is it? That's fine. We're down in Emily. I have plans for Skelkin, so don't worry too much. I will control anything that Skelkin's doing in this particular episode.
Jack is buying a cat.
We'll talk about that off screen. But
News to me.
I'm joined by Jack, Tamsin, and Steph for tonight's episode. I'm obviously Ian, the Dragonborn Bard. I am your games master for the Starfinder campaign here on Dragonborn Industries. But I want to talk about something very serious tonight. Thursday, let's get real.
Oh god, he's getting real.
He's
You know he's getting real when he gets the mic.
There's only
Close to the
a few
mic.
times that I will get this real. Some of you know it, some of you don't. I'm going to hit the record button because I'm not actually doing that yet, so I'll have to just transfer this one in from Switch. But people who watch the channel know that I get quite emotive about sweets and chocolate, and we're all sitting here stuffing our faces with some snacks.
Yeah.
But on Thursday, during painting up the monster manual with Richard from Warrior Prince 3D, which we'll talk about in a minute, he said his favourite chocolate bar was the Rocky.
Oh.
Interesting.
I'm glad you guys said the same thing, because I hit the fucking roof.
Well, I mean, it depends what you replace. I mean, Rockies are like mid-tier. They're not low, but they're not high.
Your thoughts?
I'd say, this is the thing. In desperate situations, you reach for a Rocky, but in terms of that, like, chunky, sort of nougaty, bitty bit, I mean, Snickers or nothing, right?
Oh, double decker.
If I was looking for a chocolate bar to eat, a Rocky is not what I'd go for.
Why?
It's just a bit plain.
It's not a fucking chocolate bar! It's a fucking biscuit!
He's popping off.
I'd have to agree, it is a biscuit.
Yeah.
It's a long biscuit.
It's more biscuit than chocolate.
Would
for
you
sure.
even have thought in your mind's eye? Close your eyes for me. You're in your supermarket of choice, and for those of you who are from maybe different countries to the UK, a Rocky bar is a very oaty biscuit that has a layer of chocolate around it, and it is in a bar shape. However, close your eyes. Imagine for me, if you will. You're walking into your supermarket. Jack, what's the supermarket?
Oh, I think it's Asda.
Asda.
Yeah.
Okay. Prices are good.
they're right.
They're right down. They're
Yeah.
slapping good.
Oh,
Everything's wrapped
I
in
can
plastic.
see it now.
And it's got a real sweet tooth, but you don't cake. And it's too cold for ice cream. Not that Ian ever says that, but it's too cold for ice cream for
True.
Jack.
Yep.
And you go to the chocolate bar aisle, and you just think, what would you go for?
Ooh. You know what? I think I might. I'm a good fan of the Snickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't walk down the aisle and think to find a fucking Rocky, do you?
No,
No.
there's not. I don't even see that on the shelf.
Because it's on the biscuit aisle! It's aisle 13! It's down there by 2!
It's in a motherfucking multi-pack.
Can
You
you,
just
buy,
have to get rid of them.
can you buy them individually? No, not unless you're getting ripped off by a tuck shop at school. So, I'm sorry, that's a biscuit. It's a great fucking biscuit. Even the off-brand ones. From
No,
Alright,
it's a
biscuit.
mid-tier biscuit.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to go for like a chocolate covered biscuit, why are you not going for a gold bar?
Oh, I agree.
Oh.
Gold bars
Yeah,
are up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They're a really good biscuit. But then, like, we start breaking into other
get
snack territory, like the wafer bars.
Solid backup of a digestive, like a chocolate covered,
Fair play.
chocolate and caramel covered digestive.
Yeah,
That's the biscuit you go
the
for.
standard digestive, not the plain. Whoever buys plain digestives
Right
doesn't
now.
have a soul. However, the milk chocolate digestives, really good.
Oh, I'll tell you what changed my life this week. Chocolate covered custard creams.
Oh, what?
M&S chocolate. No, seriously.
Oh, M&S.
It's a hot. The chocolate is like this thick. It's intense. The Bourbons, the chocolate covered Bourbons, is literally just a posh penguin. Chocolate covered custard creams.
Posh penguin
Legit.
without the joke.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. I had apple pie custard creams.
Ooh.
where did you get
That
that
sounds more
from?
They were in
interesting than a-
Sainsbury's.
That sounds more interesting to me than a standard custard cream. But I think that, for me, the texture difference, I can't imagine it.
I thought it was going to be too much. Honestly, I'll bring some in. I'll bring some in next payday because they are top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier.
So what you're saying is you don't get paid enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is what we just said. That you,
For M&S. For M&S.
for just 50p a month, Steph could buy custard creams.
If listen, if TJ gets paid, Steph gets paid.
Hey, yeah. And speaking of money, we're going to dive into some advertising right now because there's nothing like some corporate shilling, right?
Woo!
So I'm going to start by talking about the wonderful guys at Roll and Play Press. I genuinely did so much prep today using these books, the actual like toolkit books, so many names, so many backstories, so many different... These mics will pick up everything. We have guests in the studio.
will, yeah.
Custard creams.
Ah.
Quickly put a question to you.
Yes.
Aren't chocolate custard creams just bourbon biscuits?
No, because the bourbon is a
No.
bourbon and the custard cream's a custard cream, so the chocolate on a custard cream is weird.
Right.
I think it would taste different. Anyway, that's enough out of you. You get your turn! We have people waiting in the wings, because they might join in on this episode. We don't know. I know. These guys don't. He doesn't.
He's never going to join us.
No, it's funny. But the Roll and Play Press guys, as I was talking about, I genuinely did use these today. There was a lot of prep that I needed to do for something, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it all with these. And I think I dived heavily into the 2 sci-fi kits, and I think within an hour I did about what I would normally do in a week.
Hey.
Yeah, and I was just like rolling on tables, and I was like, yep, cool. It doesn't overly matter. It's all kind of like, you know, like the background fluff that actually starts putting meat onto things that you can like really dive into. It was one of those, and I had a blast doing it. So I would advise people to go check out their content, go check out their books. If you go to rollandplaypress.com, use the code Dragonborn10, you'll get 10% off. But genuinely, I just sat there playing D&D by myself today, just rolling dice, and it was freaking awesome. But that's enough out of me and out of Roll and Play Press with our affiliate code there. I'm assuming, Steph.
Hello. I don't have preamble for this one. I pre-recorded this week's ad, and I got hit by the lurgy this week, so I know what I prepped, and I know I edited something. What the end result is, I'm not 100% sure. So I think we should just roll VT.
no. Okay.
Roll tape!
Welcome to the News at 6 for the Dynatech Daily News. I'm Edward T. Cat. Our top story tonight. A revelatory 3D printing service teams up with a group of adults playing make-believe on the internet, offering a generous discount for high-quality 3D prints for their watchers and listeners. Here to tell us more is our top reporter, SL Running. Cheers, Eddie baby. That's right. Reports are coming in that Warrior Prince 3D is offering a 10% discount to followers of the Dragonborn Industries Starfinder campaign. By using the code To The Stars, the much-loved listeners can get their hands on minis, terrain, collectible figures, cosplay items, and more. A little birdie told me, before I ate him, that you can find them at warriorprince3d.etsy.com and find them on Instagram at warriorprince3d. Word on the street is that the superb finish sets these prints apart, and my sources are telling me that with the cherry on top of that cheeky discount code, To The Stars, there has never been a better time to get your paws on the 3D prints that you've been longing for. Back to you, Eddie. Well, I know where my next generous and yet very fair Dynatech paycheck is going. For Dynatech Daily News, I'm Edward T. Cat. Have a pleasant, future perfect night.
I think it's all done, mate. I don't think there's anything left there. So you go, Tim.
And that was the Dynatech news!
Fucking
Woo!
That packet was so empty, and he went off on it for like another full minute after that.
I was so close. Like when it says at the end there, all cats were compensated. I was going to put something horrific, like 4 cats were killed in the process of making this video, and I was like, you know what? Maybe not.
Keep wholesome.
Like Yaz had to like.
God, we're so
Yeah, we're out
fuzzy
of-
again.
It's fine. It will just do that. It's never time
never
to focus on
does.
it, but
It
I
hates
think
us.
it just
hates-
likes doing it.
TJ is getting blurred from Dynatech
This
News.
is unspunky erasure, and it will not stand.
Yeah, there we go.
Because that's just, you know, we're running on a budget. Because, you know, you can sub up with Amazon Prime and you can sub up with YouTube, which is it's free, obviously, and you can just help us hit the advertising floors. But, Steph, thank you so much for that. I had so much fun. Like, I wasn't going to open it till today, but then I opened it the other day because I was like, actually, I've got time to start looking it in, and I'm glad I did. Because it's obviously like upright, and I was just like this big black screen with like a TikTok style video, and I was just like, gonna have to do a background for that. So yeah, I had a lot of fun kind of like watching that. I knew that it was going to be fun, so I'm pretty sure Rich is going to love that. And guys, please go check out Warrior Prince 3D. Use that code To The Stars, and believe it or not, we're going to jump straight into
Ooh,
tonight's episode.
Okay.
I say.
I'm not going to play the opening credits.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I was there getting ready to crunch
I
and
was gonna need a
everything.
bit more flapjack.
Yeah.
No, we're going to jump straight in. So,
Okay.
Hot
Wusa
diggity
Kimusabi. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on Absolom Station and well compensated, the party plays some music. The party takes on a new task to find and destroy the terrorist group that attacked the Dynatech building right back at the start of this party's story, and hopefully before this group strikes again. With information, there will be a meetup in a lower-level mercenary bar called The Node with potential new muscle for the terrorists' next attack. The party have found out where this organisation could be meeting up. They must find out where they are meeting up, and they need to stop them. And Rena Constantine, the head of Dynatech's defence force and militia, has specifically said she wants you to take them out. We start today with your group exiting the Dynatech Tower into the midday light of the Dynatech Plaza. Little four-winged birds dart past you as you exit, and they fly off towards Jitembe Park, off in the distance. While different people come and go to the building, some on their lunch break, some coming back, some starting their days. A message appears on your comms from D, Skelken's acquaintance. Blip, blip. Have moved the horizon to Docking Bay 28. We'll wait here for you. Skelken turns to you all and says, my ship's in Docking Bay 28 as well. I think I'm going to go back and talk to D. If you think you'll be okay without me for the moment. Obviously, I'm a compad away, but yeah, I need to catch up with them. And I need a little bit of time to process whatever that media coverage was. She smiles, but if you'll excuse me for a minute, if you just keep me updated.
You do you, babe.
And she smiles and begins to walk away, leaving the rest of you to go about your business. However, there is something I need to retcon.
Oh.
Last week I stumbled about my computer trying to find a piece of information that I was like, fuck, where are you in this thing? And I found it today. So a piece of information that you would have been given, especially about 418 floor and why it was disconnected and why this all ties in, would have been revealed to you. So some details would have been given as well about the person they think is the perpetrator. The first thing is a code number, and you see it is G33K3Y. A picture of a Yosoki who is heavily augmented. Like, eye, part of like the head, the cranium, all of that is like all replaced with what looks like computer parts. There's a lot of like machinery down their neck, and it comes up like a little dossier display kind of thing. And it would say G33K3Y is in massive debt to the company, around 2 million credits for things like augmentations, magic items, tech that they built up over time. However, they've become a terrorist threat to the station. Station security's not been able to do anything about them, and because they can't just send the defense teams into the station as a militia, they can't, act as their own force, hence why they're trying to hire you. They believe that G33 is the terrorist threat to the station, and they're hacking into systems all over the place and just collecting information on everything. The other information they would have given you, which specifically would have been in a conversation with Rena Constantine, which she would have said, we had to shut down the entire floor in R&D because of them, and we haven't got it back up and running yet. We believe that they were monitoring the floor when the items from the DT-14 mission came back and tried to hack into the quarantine and steal this unknown AI. The result was them letting Pandora out of the box, essentially. And because they had disabled the firewalls to get in, they had to disconnect the entire floor to stop the AI getting out. That only left the door to that floor. They were able to bottleneck the firewalls all there and leave that connected, so that was the only way in or out, the only bit that had power, and the only bit they could protect with the firewalls. quite important information that I'd lost.
Okay.
So I figured best to give you that now.
I assume that that power to that firewall is on its own personal rooted system.
Yes, essentially because it connects to essentially the access point of the stairwells and stuff like that. But essentially, yeah, it's the only place where they couldn't disconnect something, but they can then get enough in place in terms of like computer deterrence firewalls and stuff like that to stop whatever it was getting out. But you stand there now in Dynatech Plaza, this stone, beautiful mosaic floor, benches, birds, all in like the top of this space station in this like really affluent area. Skelkin now decides to go back to Docking Bay 28 and leaves you guys either to go shopping. You've got credits now, you know, to start working out how are you going to approach the node. Are you just going to go down there? I'll hand over to you guys. What would you like to do?
Well, obviously we don't want to go in guns blazing.
No.
But, maybe scope the place out a little bit.
I mean,
But
our faces have just been plastered all over this station.
that is a problem.
I assume we want to go in, not as ourselves.
Get a little disguise or two.
That's possible. Okay. Do we have enough credits for that kind of thing?
Asking the Ron Stokey.
Well, we should probably buy some stims and stuff anyway. We used a lot in that.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
adventure.
like some more medical stuff. We can get some paint. I'm sure some face paint and stuff. I mean, I can now make myself look like other things.
I mean, that will do it for you.
It will do it for me. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I'm feeling that I could probably do with a disguise in general. I'm feeling that maybe if I could make myself look more like a Yusoki, might help things a little bit.
Does your wife have any like hair dye or anything?
Oh no, Linda's all natural.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Sorry,
we might have a
ask.
few samples hanging about the house. I don't know, I'll have to have a little root through and see what we've got in the freebie box, but I can always have a look when I get home.
Vando Lauder in space. Free samples.
I think I probably need to find some different attire. I'm not really sure what else I can do.
Do we want to take a little bit of time and regroup and...
I mean, I'd like to also look into things about Cassie, and I want to. Okay, so she may have put herself into the company. She may have got herself in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't someone else maybe in Dynatech who also knows about this, also is helping.
That's very true.
Helped her get in.
I mean, it's very unlikely that they're going to put just one person in. I know it's a lot more subtle putting one person into the company to try and do whatever they're going to do, but it's risky.
I mean, that's possibly where some of my anonymity might help a little. You know, I can have a little scooch up through the floors potentially and see what my brethren batch. What would it be? No, not even thinking about that. But I can always, you know, there are Hostoki in all sorts of departments I can talk to.
Okay.
I mean, I'd also like to talk to one or two people in my department just to, you know, see if anyone knew her, or reasons, or anything like that. Feel a bit personally attacked, I'm not going to lie.
Maybe tread carefully though, Calyx, and you know, maybe don't ask too many questions.
So, like 3 questions.
3 seems reasonable. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No more than 3.
No more than 3.
No less.
I think a minimum of 2, maximum of 3. That sounds about right.
4 is out of the
4
question.
is right out.
Don't even think about it.
3 questions it is. Okay, I can do that.
So I remain with you guys. So I take that as Calyx, you are heading off to the exploration department, which would be.
I would like to go and see my own department eventually.
So would you want to do that now, or are you so you going back into the building, or are you waiting? Are you?
I mean, are we wanting to do a shopping trip first, or are we wanting to do a recon trip?
I might need
first?
someone to come to a shop with me.
I think sooner rather than later is probably best.
Okay. I do feel like we can divide our credits up so it
I
gets
do
evenly
have-
because I kind of feel bad.
It's all right. I'm thinking this is probably for the best short term. I do have some credits that I was given pre this mission that I'm quite happy to spend now.
Fair.
Listen, I know it's not fair, but I get fed, I get sheltered. It's not like I'm destitute. I'm just
That's
I
how
have-
corporation speak.
it is, and I have things to work out with that, but maybe this environment's not the place to be talking about it.
Yeah, we are standing in the middle of a
Yeah.
busy plaza.
Yeah.
Just, I assume stage whispering.
Yeah.
All.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Why is that bird flying over us multiple times? Happen.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie!
Ah!
I mean, if there's anything you find that you
I don't.
can't afford, Do
Thank
say.
you. I think I should. For what I'm looking for, it should be fine. But I might, for things like stims, I might require some sharing and caring from the group for a little while.
well,
Yes.
let's go to the shopping district, or wherever that may be.
Shopping Monday!
So you would know, because all of you are from Absolom Station, especially Kaz, you would know this more than the rest of us. I don't think that TJ really gets out much, but you would probably know. I know that your actual home is further down in the spike, but
Yeah.
you know that there's a few different places that you could definitely go. So one of the main things about Absolom Station, it is essentially a huge city. So there are different districts, and there are different shops in different districts, but the majority of shops will be in the free markets. This is in the ring, so not too far away from the eye where you are now. You would know this because Rokai's place is a back alley workshop that's in the free markets. There would be, give me a culture check.
Oh, right.
You guys are going to have a DC of around 15, but you're going to have a DC of 10 here because you know the area.
Okay, alright.
Is this impossible dice?
Do it.
That rolled forever. So Tamsin is rolling the most impossible to read dice.
Yeah, no, so I have like a massive load of, I have like over 50 dice. So I have a dice to roll to choose which one of these random bag dice that I will pick out, and I have to commit to those dice no matter what it is, and
Commit you have.
Yep.
commit I have. I think that's it looks like
I think it
yeah.
is.
So that one.
So that one, I am
Sure.
channeling Emily
TJ
today.
Sweekerson,
23.
23.
22.
22, cool. Yeah, so probably due to like marketing and stuff like that, you would know like how to get posters out and stuff, and that's kind of the whole thing. For you, it's because you know the area. So there are a few different kind of places that you can see. The first thing I'll say is like GM to players. If there's something you find on Hephaestus or something you find that you can afford within the books and the resources that we have, obviously we can then start just adding that to your character sheet as long as you spend the credits. Let me know. If we need to up here, I'll up here. If not, we'll just buy the stuff. But some places that you can interact with, and this is sort of what I'm going to tell you now. So there is Trinket, Tailors, Goodies and Brine. They deal with random exotic items. They are in the free markets.
Yeah.
There is Eamon's Emporium.
How do you spell that? Eamon.
E''MUNS. Eamon's
Okay.
Emporium.
And what kind of things does the Eamon's Emporium sell?
They deal more with
Or services?
the arcane.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Hello.
Okay, okay.
There is more than that. And I have to find them because there's so many. Is that one in there? Yes. So Grebo McClaw's Maladies and Cures.
Wow.
Say that again?
Grebo
Yeah.
McClaw's
Yeah.
Maladies and Cures. Now say it fast.
Ebo McCure's Maladies and Cures.
Grebo McClaw's.
Oh, Grebo. Grebo McCure's
Yes. They are a medical clinic / homeopathy. Homeopathy? I don't even know how to say that
Oh,
word.
are they going to give us crystals?
Yep.
That one.
But they do deal with.
Calyx just going to buy like 15 crystals and like put them around people.
But they do deal with. Well, I say potions, serums, and different things like that. You know, Brokai's tuning shop. They are sort of the main ones. Just outside of the free markets and into the outer ring and towards the arms is a place called the Click Clack Club. It's a VR parlour and bar.
A VR parlour?
Yep. They specialise and cater for machine, android and cybernetically enhanced people.
Anyone want to play pizza?
And that is about it for the free markets. Other than that, there are like, you can get weapons, you can get food, you can get, like, imagine it being like a huge bazaar in a city. But there's some of the more notable, kind of like more well-known places in there. And I hand over to you guys.
Well, I know the best place to get medical supplies.
I think that would be great to get
Yeah.
some.
We shall head for Gribo's.
Cool.
Gribo McClaw's Melodies and Cures.
Okay, so you head off to the free markets, and it's quite intense, that music, isn't it?
Shopping.
Intense shopping!
Let's go,
I did find some things and I can't remember.
do that. So you head off to the free markets, and I don't know if
Shopping.
Calyx has necessarily been there before, but it's quite a very popular district. There are a few bars, there are a few like street food things, and everyone's got like this really like buzzy atmosphere. There's like neon signs above most of the shops. There are street performers just there, like with like hollow saxophones and all the kind of Futurama things that you can imagine. There are different races of androids, humans, Yosokis, and then far and wide like crazy-looking insectoids with massive tusks and bird people. The more you look around, the more mind-boggling it becomes with how many different people are here on Absolom Station. Probably leading the way, you guys head towards the north end of the free markets, where there is it's a hexagonal building in terms of like its actual walls, and outside of it are like draped cloths all the way around it, and then they're layered, and it almost looks like a dress in some kind of way. It's a bit odd. But then all the way around above that, where like you would imagine like a belt line would be, is like a digital screen that says Gribo McClure's Melodies and Cures, and it keeps going round, and then it would have like a bird face like crops up every now and again, and there's like a hooked nose, and it winks.
Wow.
And it's all like in square pixel form kind of thing. It's like
Amazing.
really kind of like for this, it's sort of like an artistic thing. The door itself is really abstract because it's made of wooden glass. And you stand outside this very distinct metal building with cloth and then this wooden door, and I hand over to you in this busy intersection.
I think I've been here maybe once. Possibly.
Looks very nice.
This is amazing! I love it!
It's all a bit much for me.
Yeah, it's,
but,
Do we get to meet the bird?
I don't know.
There is something deep inside me that is very scared of that bird.
Why? She's just winking at you.
Yeah, but it's wink with intent. I don't trust it.
Oh, we can find out if we go in.
Do you think you have to like wink back and you might get something?
I'm very good at winking.
Should we try?
Should we try? Wink at the bird. Oh, I was just going to wink at the thing. No, let's do
You just go
it.
march in.
I'm marching in.
So you open the door, and the first thing that happens is almost like streamers like go off. There is a little bell at the door, and like party streamers come down, and then you are just assailed with a mist that just smells really sweet like a flower.
Oh
and
my
it's
god. It's lush.
There may have been some inspiration.
Oh my god, we've got to get bath bombs while we're here.
And
Get all the free samples.
like ding, these party streamers go off, and you enter this room where inside you expect it to be hexagonal, but it's circular, and the entirety of the center is the sales desk. It's a circle around the middle, and you can go around and you see that there's like vials with liquids in there, and then there's like plants, and there are other bits and bobs, like, and it's really niche in here. It's very like old school woods and plants and drapery and just loads of stuff and notifications from a data pad in the corner. But there would be little bits of tech in there as well that you can see like poking through, because obviously there has to be. But the main thing that you see,
It's like a wholesome cyberdog.
turning around in this circular wooden sales desk, maybe there's like that kind of like crepe tissue paper everywhere that they wrap things in. You see it for the first time is this, they're maybe 6.5 foot, really narrow, and you see them from behind, and there are feathers coming all the way down the back of their head. And as they turn, there's like a shimmer of brown to cream in the feathers, and there is a really hooked beak. Hi there, I'm Grebo McClure. How can I help you fine, beautiful people today?
Can I?
What a wink you've got there, sport! Well, welcome to my magical land. How can I be of assistance today? You after maybe some love potions, maybe some sex change serums, and you after something that'll make you look a little bit more enticing to the females or the males?
I'd like some health potions, actually.
Healing serums coming right up. What kind of healing serums would you like? We've got Mark 1, we got Mark 2, we got Mark 3s.
Mostly Mark 1, I think. That's really all I can.
Mark 1s, there are 50 credits apiece. How many of those would you like?
5, 10.
10. I've got 6.
Okay. I'll
Take the lot.
I'll take the lot, please.
You can spend the... Well, is there anything else today from yourself, or is that
Actually,
it?
that's a good point. This is the kind of place sorry, I should have probably sent these over before. But there's something called the Everfull mug, and I don't know if that's the kind of thing that will be in this shop, or whether this might be in Ed's Emporium,
Okay.
Eamon's Emporium.
What's it called?
It's Everfull mug. It's basically like the Endless jug.
Everfull mugs.
It's price 700. Basically, a tall grey stein with transparent window that constantly refills itself with its contents that are consumed. As a swift action, you can command the Everfull mug to begin filling with a mundane non-alcoholic beverage of your choice.
I mean, if it's... Is it on the Hephaestus, is it?
It is
Awesome. Not really my kind of thing. You might want to go pop over to Eamon's Emporium for that one.
Yeah. For the... I mean, do you guys want anything?
Have you got it? You said you got Mark 2s.
We've got 2 Mark 2 healing serums in there for you.
How much are you for those piece?
Ho! Let me consult my...
Wait. 15.
I definitely
300.
have not been in this shop before. I would have known.
No, I doubt it.
You know, Kaz, I was gonna say I don't see you shopping here frequently.
Well, you know,
He's rather fun though, isn't he? He winked.
unique. It's quite a normal thing, that, you know.
Definitely an individual marketing
Not that you'll see me
style.
winking, but under these goggles.
That's true, but like, have you seen his eyelashes? He's got really long eyelashes.
Is that a good thing?
That's the core rulebook!
It gives it a really
Right at the
cool
bottom.
wink.
No, it's right in the middle!
there.
He runs off to get the core. Two. Because there's nothing like having information everywhere. The Mark 2 healing series, I mean, you can obviously see them on Hephaestus if you've got them there,
yeah.
but they are going to be...
Plus
425.
healing.
Where are you?
The healing tendril. That's.
Did you say you got it there, did you?
Yeah.
425. You are quite correct.
How many of those have you got?
I've got 2 of those, and then 1 Mark 3.
So I've got.
Starfinders, eh? Standard gear for you guys.
Yep.
You never have too many.
This.
How about 700 for both?
I mean, you can make me a diplomacy check.
You gotta try, didn't you?
You gotta try. Meantime, he's like clicks his beak a little bit. He's like, he's always
Total.
got like these long wings, and they're really slender. And his hands are at the ends of them. And he sort of like leans on the counter. How about you then, buddy? Can I help you at all?
TJ's really debating what to do.
I got 16.
16.
350 apiece, 700.
750.
TJ's gonna try and butt in here. Please, mister. These Starfinders are just trying to help me and my grandmama to help her feel better.
Give me a bluff check.
Sure.
Jesus. Oh.
Okay. 29.
25. He rolled 5. Well, ain't you just the sweetest little thing I've ever seen? I mean, how can I not turn down a face like that? How can we help? But 750 is about as low as I can go for 2 Mark II healing serums. Gotta make a profit, you see.
Yeah, I understand.
Don't see a drow around here that often.
Yeah, just they come and go, you know?
They come and go.
They come and go.
How much are the sex change potions?
The sex change potions, well, they are, brings up the sheet that he's got there. They're 375 credits each, but you pop one of those in your mouth and you'll be whatever gender you want to be.
For how long? Is
Permanent.
it permanent? Okay, so
It's
you
perfect.
need
Wow.
to. Okay. You're like, obviously, stage whisper. Could be good for disguise.
But I'd have to get another one.
So don't go.
Are you whispering,
You
yeah?
never know. Yeah, this is stage whisper.
Cool.
I mean, you might look good.
I feel like I can manage without it.
Okay.
I appreciate the thought. Are you going to take it up?
I've got polymorph. Why would I?
Oh, that's true. What about you, TJ?
I'm very comfortable in my own skin, thank you very much. Plus I have plans for a more kind of less, enhanced disguise.
I'll take him 750.
The 2 Mark II healing serums, and he reaches up with this long slender wing, picks them off a stand that's almost like a coat rack, but then it's got like little bird cages on it that has these healing serums in them, pulls them out, rolls them in this like tissue paper, and then hands them over to you with like little bouffant ends that are like a little sweet wrapper.
Oh.
I'm gonna just kind of move over and put my little paws onto the counter. Please, mister, do you have any samples I can take home to my grandmama?
Oh, ain't you just the cutest? I don't know about samples. But, what have I got here? And he like goes down behind the counter, he's like rummaging around, he's like put things up, he's like, Puts like it looks like a ring box, puts that up there, it's like, probably not that. Then we've got this one, and then he puts up like another serum, and it's in like an injector gun. I don't really have a sample of that one. Fun little thing that. You've taken the healing serums, and that's the serum of sex shift.
What's the fun one?
If you're looking at sex shifts, this is a serum of appearance change.
How much is that?
That's 275 credits.
How many of those did you have?
I got 3 of those. Here we go. And he pulls out like this tiny little potted plant. And it's a very bright neon pink. It almost like glows. And it's about 2 to 3 inches tall in a small little blue pot with a set of soil. I've got this. It's not very useful to me anymore, but I don't have the male or female to pollinate. But it's fun to look at. You could take that home to your granny.
Gee, well, of course, thanks, mister.
Don't feed it after midnight.
It's huge in TJ's little hands.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got yeah, these sort of things here are a bit more fun. So we've got the serum of appearance change, and then he takes the ring box looking thing and he clasps it open. You see like a small little rock in there. This here is called, and it's like a conical shape. And it's almost clear, but it's like had rings carved into it. This here is, it's called an Aeon Stone. This is a clear spindle.
Ooh. What does it do?
I believe with this, you'll never have to eat or drink again. As long as you have it on you, Keeps you sustained if you're on long journeys like Starfinders.
Do you think it's a small orb?
Does it look like an orb?
No.
Looks like a cone.
Well, then it's probably
It's about
not.
this big, and it does look like a little crystal cone.
Crystal cone.
Ah.
I know what you're thinking, but unlikely.
I can do that one there for 300 credits.
I mean,
Can I insight that? Like, is this bullshit or is it real?
Give me a sense motive check.
It's a natural 20.
Boom!
26.
Um,
Oh, I get whispers.
Where?
Ooh.
Whisper around here.
I'll make some nice crunchy sounds. Nice crunchy ASMR going.
Okay.
Sorry, listeners.
but if you like crystals, and then he pulls down like a handful of like different shaped ones, and there's like a cuboid, there's like a dodecahedron. He's like, these ones here will keep you protected for longer, as long as you keep them in the palms of your hands when you're in a dangerous situation. Those ones are about 150 for both of them.
So what do? They keep you safe?
As long as you keep them in your hands while you are engaged in some form of combat, they will keep you safe. They will offer you an aura of protection.
in mechanics, do you mean armor class?
You can be an Arcana check.
That's not good for me. It'd be mysticism, right?
Yes, mysticism. It's not 5e.
That would be a 6.
No, mechanically I'm not going to tell you shit.
Okay. No worries.
I might take a punt on those.
I'm gonna tug on Calyx's clothing and be like, oh mister, I wouldn't risk it. My poor papa had something like that when he was shot dead by terrorists in the street.
Okay, that doesn't sound so good. I will not do the crystals then, sorry sir.
Hey, you're a loss.
Your poor grandpa.
My papa.
Oh, papa.
That's why I live with my grandmama, who's very sick.
Oh no.
Check.
Okay, it's 15.
Cool.
So we should probably take those appearance
I won't.
change
Yeah.
injectors.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they
I think they'll help.
probably. We never know when we might need
yeah.
them.
Indeed. Well, like, you just keep them on hand, as you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of your appearance does it change? Like, can you appear as a different species, or do you have to stay within the same species as you when you just change your look?
Do you believe?
I still think you'd look good, like with a really long
I-
pony.
Well, maybe we can take Kaz to the beauty salon and get him dolled up.
We could take your goggles off and see your eyes.
I'd rather not.
Okay, there used to be
Honestly.
this fashion thing I heard about back on Earth, and they had like really long eyeliner, and they called them wings.
Wings.
We
What,
don't-
much like that
Like,
moth.
ooh, moth.
It's safe. I've got it. It's safe. I've not killed it.
Dead moth.
No. Very good at catching them and letting them go. Like Tamsin, I'm a big fan of moths.
Man.
That was my cousin.
It's still alive. It's floating around by the door
Yay.
now. No,
Nice.
I'm all about trying to save any insects. So
That's why you'll never die.
no, I'll kill Tamsin dead. Serum of appearance change. Upon drinking this elixir, your coloration and the general form of your features instantly and permanently changes within the range that is normal for your race and sex. You can select any skin tone, hair, eye color, and alter the nature of such things as the shape of your nose, chin, I wish, the length of your fingers, broadness of your frame, and so on. You are still recognizable as yourself unless you attempt a disguise check to alter your features enough to conceal your identity. Comparing the results of the disguise check to any effort DCs with Paizo, in no case can you take on the exact appearance of another creature, even with a disguise check. So
Right.
it's essentially going to the shop and reskinning your character job.
Okay. But staying within the realms of your being.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we could circle. We could circle back if it's silly.
Yeah,
That was weird.
I have a cold.
she does need a potion of Lemsip. Or any other product that might be on the market.
I can put together a little healing bomb for about 15 credits that'll give you a citrus boost with like a little hot drink that you can have, make you feel right as rain in no time.
A healing bomb.
It's more like a drink that you would have, and it's very citrusy, a little bit sweet. We put a little bit of alcohol in there, so hopefully you're old enough to drink, buddy. And we heat it up, and you drink it, and you'll feel right as rain.
Does it actually
It's already half your life.
heal your wounds?
Sure it does, buddy.
Okay.
But if you got a cold, it will make you feel right as rain.
Okay, I think we'll take the appearance change. Shall we split?
Well,
so
I
there's
mean,
three of them,
there are 3,
which should
but
be
really we kind of need 2.
720. No, 700 and something.
So 275 credits each. That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 50.
No,
725.
825.
Math.
725.
Numbers.
8, 600.
I'll let them go for 800. It's like we've got calculators.
Yeah, but it's more fun.
Yeah.
Is it?
This is what our maths teachers wanted.
Yeah. This is what I was building to.
What's a reciprocal?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you'll need 2 because they're permanent.
825.
Well, unfortunately, there's only 3.
Oh, and again, just saying, we could always come back
I
later.
think we could come back later.
What, not get them now?
Mhm.
Okay. Already?
I agree.
Understood.
Well, that's all from
Yeah, I've given you the credits for the Mark IIs.
Thank you very much. And
I
like
have
he
also-
holds over like a little machine, and you can either hand over cred sticks, or you can just like blip your data.
I'll do like the
transfer
contact
over.
list that everyone
Yeah?
does these days. It's not, sorry, I've got to put it in.
Give it a little rub there, buddy. Sometimes they need a little static charge.
Oh, the signals are big, but nah.
Yeah.
Ting ting, credit received. Ha! Thank you very much for the service, for your patronage today.
No worries, thank you.
You find those stars, buddy. I
Um,
hope your granny's all right.
I'm walking out,
Yeah,
personally.
I'm following.
Thank you for your business!
You're welcome.
And then walk out.
Yeah, that's Greenberg McClures. You exit this haberdashery slash plant shop slash florist slash weird arcanist, not quite arcanist, alchemical interior, and exit back into the busy bazaar where small transports being pulled along by little robots carry different people to and from. People sit there eating like stick meats of various colours.
Is anyone doing salads?
You could probably quite easily find a salad around. And some,
I'd love
meat.
to get myself some fresh salad.
Yeah, mark off 2 credits. You could probably find a decent meal.
Salad's good, healthy salad. Can I buy 10 credits, like 5 salads to go?
Yeah, 10 credits. Spend them credits. Please do.
I am.
Let's spend it on useless things.
Yeah, I am.
Is there a fancy dress shop anywhere?
Okay, so the best place for that, unless you just want to straight up go for it, if you want to up here, Trinket Tailors, Goodies and Brine, they specifically deal with little trinkets, tailoring, little exotic items and stuff like that. Or we can, if there's something specific you're looking for and you want to make it quick, then
Sure.
absolutely fine.
I mean, there's 2 very specific things that I'm after. One of them is a Yosoki mask,
Okay.
and the other is a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh yes.
Okay. So where would they? You could straight up buy those. I think that it's going to be around 4 credits
I can
because
do
it's
that.
really basic stuff.
Sure.
A Yosoki mask would probably be. You'd probably find like some that are like really artisanal and really kind of like garish and stuff like that. More close towards probably places like Little Akaton, which is in a bit further away from the free markets. But you could probably find some relatively decent ones. Probably not a disguise one.
Yeah.
If you're after a full-on disguise, you might want to go find somebody who specifically deals in those realistically.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you need to get something made, Trinket Tailors, Goodies and Brian could be the way forward.
And how much would a custom order be?
Do you head over?
Depends how custom your order
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I should probably go
Let's
over.
have to up the tie and yeah.
Okay. You head over to. It's a couple of streets away, and it's in the middle of a busy road. Essentially, it's people come and go constantly, but like in the centre of one of the sides on one of the streets is this large. It's almost it from street level. It rounds up, and then it comes out again at the top. It's a very odd shape, a very unique shape. But then there is like a neon blue line that waves from the start of this like outwards bend to the other one on the inside of this essentially bowl. And then inside that, in very like elaborate gold floating writing, it says Trinket Tailors Goodies, and then Brine is in like a blue. And yeah, the doors are these two glass-looking doors that you could go. You enter the store, and the first thing that becomes apparent is that they clearly deal with a lot of clothing. There are like racks of different colours rather than sizes or anything else, and everything seems to be organised in that sort of way of colour coordination. There are pictures around the walls of different races. There are things like Kasapa wearing like beautiful garbs of the finest kind of materials, whereas there are other things like Triox, who are these like large, hulking, monstrous-looking beasts with like razor arms kind of thing and stuff like that. And they're also wearing things like cloaks and capes and ponchos and stuff like that. What you do notice as well is there are other shelves where there are like bowls that have stoppers on the top of them, and they're filled with water or liquids of some kind. There is a very small desk towards the back where you see a figure stand up. They have the first thing that you notice that is striking is, first of all, the glass bowl on their head that is filled with water.
Oh.
They have that attached to a collar that has a little light on it, and inside is this like fish-like face. And then their attire is that of like silken robes with like sashes and ties everywhere, and they have these like webbed hands. Oh, hello, welcome to Trinket Tailors Goodies and Prime. I am Finn.
Oh.
Boy, of course.
How can I help you today, my fine friends?
Well, good morrow, Finn. I'm actually in the market for a realistic Yosoki mask, if at all possible.
A realistic soaking mask. And they can't get to their chin, so they're like rubbing the glass jar. And they're just like, An odd request, but one I can probably. Aha! And like this, like long, it's really long finger, like comes up like that. They look wet, but they're not dripping or anything. Follow me, and they begin to saunter gracefully, though, off towards one side of this room where things become more greys and browns and kind of like the colder side of the palettes. No dresses, shoes, hats, facial attire. And he's just like humming to himself and moving things along. Now, he holds up like this first thing that like, it looks like a square bit of material that is almost flesh coloured with these two like gold looplets. This is a Kasathan face cloth, however, no, too long for you. Let's have a look here.
Steady now.
Pulls out some other bits, and one of them looks quite rubbery, and it has like these tentacles that hang off it. Now we could work with this and be moulded. Yosoki, any kind of attire that you are looking to look like, or distinguished features, I could remold this into a rather beautiful face.
Just something really that blends with my own fur tone I was looking for. I can just pop on and, elongate my natural features, as it were.
No offense, the hard part of getting around the circular, and I love circular heads, but getting around that will be rather difficult. But we can elongate. It might be a bit more canine or feline, but we can probably turn it with the shape. Yes. Probably turn it into something a bit more rodent-like.
How much is that going to set me back?
Ooh, that is a custom request. I'm going to get some dice.
Oh no!
Ooh, now, this
I'm
particular plastoid that we use here is a very malleable, but hard to keep in one shape without the proper knowledge. About 210 credits would probably
That's about
get
what
you
I was...
a decent mass.
That's absolutely fine by me, not a problemo. Also, do you do custom t-shirt printing here?
Ooh, seems a bit low-key for us.
I know it's low-key, darling, but do you think just for... It's for Jape.
Jape's not really my thing. I mean, we can embroid something on maybe. But what kind of thing are you after?
Just one, you know those stylish little tight black t-shirts that's all the rage a few years ago? I just want that. Yeah, deep V, but I would just like the text. I went to the Dachi system and all I got was this Loudies t-shirt. I know it's ghost,
Give me a diplomacy check. He like, you see his like lips are like, he's like unsure.
26.
Sir,
If you make it, yes.
you may notice I make silk. It's pure decimal silk. Would that be of interest to help you persuade to
His
do my
eyes.
friend's request?
His eyes widen. Ooh, yes, you are.
Slightly
Steady-
shrivel
steady
back a
now,
little
so-
bit.
Get
And
back,
it's
get back.
almost like, like he like leans down towards you. I mean, like, so this silk that you have right here, right now,
It's
and you like,
just a
pull it
basic.
out of my ass. Still warm.
It's a basic.
Oh, no.
It's a basic small ball of silk that, like, it's what I usually use for, like, just doing my spell casting.
And are you sure you
But,
want?
like, over time, that's why I've bought a load of salads so I can remake more.
Are you sure you want a slim-fitting black tee? I don't mean to be rude, but
Yes.
sometimes a hugging T-shirt around that kind of.
All right, I can negate the slim fit, but I do want the deep V.
Okay, we can work with this. I would say I would like not to brand it with that kind of.
Absolutely fine.
So I will put that on there, but I will not brand it with my name. And if you can keep my name off such garish things, I would appreciate it. But this, and he
probably
like
best for all.
those fingers, just grab it. 100 credits for both the items and this, if possible, please. And he
Yes, for
holds it
sure.
up to the bowl.
So it's 100 credits for the both, you said?
Yes.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Deal. I'm gonna...
Pulls out a little reader. Slips it back away. Yes. It will take me a day or two.
No problem. Do you do postal service?
Oh, we do.
Oh, can I give you my address?
You can.
I'll give you my address.
Oh.
Okay.
Out
I
of
will-
character, I'm genuinely in love with this fishman.
I will,
We'll be coming to see him many times.
Yeah.
I will have my boy bring it out to your address. And he like takes note and he writes it down on a small data pad, which he then slips into a book. And then anything else from you, my friends, especially you there?
Stand in front of Calyx a little bit.
I mean, I'm looking to sort of dress down a little bit. I'm currently quite visible.
Your jacket is one of extreme fashion at the moment. The bright colours Oh, the bright colours.
Oh, thank you. I made this one.
You did?
Well, I made the silk, and then another tailor made it because I don't know how to sew.
Which tailor was this?
Oh, someone back at home. I don't think you'll know them.
Home here.
No.
Koshoria, darling.
Kashoria. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. But no, I wouldn't upstart you. But no, I'm looking for something just sort of like a bit understated, but sort of like is nice. Sort of like a sort of creamy beige, maybe sort of large hood.
And are you looking? And he moves around the
Good
back of you, and
patterns.
his hands go to your shoulders,
Oh.
and he's not trying to be creepy.
No, I
but
know,
He moves
but-
down your arms. If you don't mind, your lower half is a rather unique shape, and I like. And he points out to these pictures of like these different aliens around unique shapes. Would you like this covered? You currently don't, or are you just looking for the top with the hood?
I'd like a long hoodie.
I cannot hear you.
He said he wants a long hoodie, goddammit!
Just a long hoodie. I mean, a bit garish, but yes, we can probably do such things.
Say it again. You wanted to go down the back a little bit? He wants to go down the back a little bit. Not all the way, though. All the way? No, not all the way. Not all the way.
So, and he takes like a tape measure out of like a waistband and like goes from the back of your head, like probably where like your frills are, and then runs it down your back and then across part of your.
I'm like dead still.
It's like 74 inches, reasonably pliant. This could be done in a manner of a day or two. Do you have a preferred material?
Something like light and airy.
Like maybe a.
I wear
Starts
silk.
going down to like the.
I wear silk all the time, so
Would you like
something
to change?
different.
Perfect. And he goes like to one of the rails. It's more like creams and stuff. Starts going through. He says, like a satin cotton maybe from the desert world. And then keeps going through and gets finding things. But then he comes back to that satin cotton. And he holds it to you. It's essentially Egyptian cotton. And he's like, would this do for you?
Yeah, sort of like and has pockets, like
Pockets.
but hidden pockets, like nice hidden pockets. Just good.
It'll be done. Probably 75 credits.
I can do that. That would be great. I can.
The machine.
Or if by tomorrow I could make a new silk ball, or it'd probably take me about 2 days to make a new one that same size.
I would trade.
Okay, 2 days for a new silk ball.
2 days.
I'm going to
and a
have to buy more
drow.
salad.
Oh, how exquisite and exotic! We rarely see your kind from a
I think if you could see Kaz's eyes, he'd be like looking through some clothes, like
That's that
sort of
kid that hides in the
What colour
clothing.
palette would you be looking for?
probably blues.
He like sort of like swans up, dark and broody.
Like dark
Hands are on like
broody.
the glass bowl, and his face is like nearly up against it.
Oh.
There's nothing custom for me. It's just anything. I mean, normal. Just some clothes that can go.
What is normal these days?
I'll be a bit more specific. Some clothes that can go over my armor.
Oh, very much so. Anything in mind? I mean, we can do everything from flight suits to formal wear to robes and to many things far and from.
About like rugged formal wear.
Oh, adventurer.
Yes,
And he like.
indeed.
And would you like to stick to the dark palette, or would you like to try something? And he points over towards a very like neon garish section, and then also like the creams and the whites.
I'll
Oh
go
my
for-
god, please be garish.
I don't
Punk.
think Kaz would not have the confidence for
We
it.
can go with the khakis. Greens and olives.
Sure, we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would you like to take a look? And he like swans over and like runs his finger on the ground. It's like, right here, utilitarian yet fashionable. And he pulls out these like, it's a set of cargo trousers essentially with like big deep map pockets on them, but they look rugged and they've got like padding in the knees for people who need to take a knee every now and again or do anything that's in terms of crawling. And we also have this, and pulls out a a bomber jacket that's like quite thick and padded in a slightly darker olive that you can see could be tailored to then have things that would go onto it, so you could like put patches onto it and stuff like that. But essentially, he will say this is more of a like a rugged line, and a lot of this came into fashion a few years ago, and a lot of the military styles were all the rage. Anyway,
How much would that set me back?
these ones are on the older range, and I'm not going to lie. I would like to see them on somebody handsome like a drow. Maybe like that bluish tone, the white hair. 50 credits. They'd be all yours.
That sounds fair to me. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just have to give it a rub.
Gotta get that fixed, guys.
Yeah.
Would you like those bags done
Supposed to be
for you?
confused.
No, honestly, it's fine. Thank you.
You're close.
Thank you.
Anything else, my friends? 2 days, around a day.
I think we're
Yeah, thank you ever so much for help. You've been exceptionally helpful.
Let me guess. Starfinders?
Yes. Yes, we are.
On your journeys. And he does this around the room where there are these like bowls of water. Should you happen across the many oceans of the galaxy?
Could I take a card?
Yes. And just like does something on a data pad, which is like underneath like a huge silk sleeve, and then pings it across to you, and it like bloop, and a holographic fishbowl with his head, and then it just says Tinket, Taylor's Goodies and Brine. These are samples I've collected from many a customer and a client. The waters of home, and then talks about all the different ones. Should you bring me brine from the oceans of far-off worlds, and especially one I don't have, I can be very pliable with prices.
Good to know.
That is actually really good, and you're very reasonable.
I am.
It's been a pleasure.
It has.
Okay, thank you.
I need a name for the order.
Galanthus.
Bluff check, please.
There is.
And for yourself, I need a name as well.
Oh, give me a second. I always forget my bloody number.
There it is.
It'll have to go to T-4862HC4XP.
Interesting. Not a problem.
17.
17. Galanthius. Was it?
Galanthus.
Galanthus, not a problem. Come back in around 2 days, and yourself, TX4- yada yada yada. In a day or so.
Well, I'm getting it posted.
And my drow
alright?
friend, should you ever desire modelling as a career, you could be up here with the famous ones. But until then, ta-ta!
Bye, Felicia.
Yep.
Thank you, Gil.
Bye.
Finn.
Felicia.
Leave my establishment, and you are left to go outside. And for anything else you would like to?
God, I hate shopping.
I think you got yourself a hot date
Why
there,
is
Kaz.
everyone eccentric around here? I do
don't-
not know.
It's the free mark.
He got really close.
Did get very touchy.
I wasn't sure what to do.
You both coped marvellously. Well done.
Staying quiet is my thing.
No shit.
Bright colours. You might have got them for free.
I'd rather
I
just
thi- I thi-
pay
I
and get
think-
out of there.
I rather think that he might have been expecting payment of some other kind from Kaz.
I don't want to think about it. Do we need anything else?
I'd like to go to the magic shop.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Let's go to Eamon's.
Eamons. Eamons is
Eamon.
seems
Our Eamon.
Eamon!
seems pretty standard from the outside. It just has a painted sign that says Eamon's Emporium, and there is like it looks like the wind moving behind it that's been painted on, and you can step inside, and there are little platforms and plinths everywhere on like shelves or anything, and everything seems to be on like a pedestal. And what you notice is that there are a lot of gemstones that radiate different colours, and then there are like cabinets, like glass cabinets, which are also alarmed with like you can see like little like lights on the tops and bottoms, and they have items in there like little bits of material or rings and other items. A human No, a Kasathan. You see this long, greyish blue head. They have a blue face cloth, which comes up behind some ears here, and they have 4 arms, and they are wearing essentially some very standard trousers, but then they have this. It's almost like a light summer jacket in black, very thin, standard t-shirt, like white underneath it.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Eamon.
Eamon, I would presume.
Are you Eamon?
I am Eamon.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, lovely to meet you as well.
See, everything he does is really well. It's slowed down a little bit, like he's thinking about everything he does.
Huh.
How can I help you today?
I was looking for some magical items. If that's you seem to trade in them.
We do indeed. I can show you around. We have some very special items in at the moment, or if there's something you're looking for, maybe I can acquire it. But
there's 2 things I'm looking for, but I'd love to see what. Are you a Solarian out of interest?
no, I am just
My apologies. You
someone
remind me.
blessed with the mystic arts.
Okay. Sorry.
All 4 hands come together.
Just the mannerism. Anyway, sorry, that was very
you laugh?
presumptuous. If you have a spell putty,
That sounds very fun.
and an Everfull mug.
Ah, yes. Definitely has one of those. So if you can find that on Vastos and spend the credits, then you can absolutely get one of those.
700 credits for a mug.
Wow.
It's a real good mug.
Almost as good as the Dynatech
Oh,
Industries.
yeah.
Which are perfect.
There it is.
Yeah, on www.dragonbornindustries.com. And for podcast listeners, they keep things hot.
Legitimately, hot, so hot.
Yeah.
They are fantastic.
I think I made
Mug.
tea at 9 this morning, and it was still hot by 4 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
It was.
Spell putty.
Cool.
Starfinder
That
RPG.
has put that on. So minus.
Galactic magic.
My co-workers think I'm broken now.
100.
She's like, still going with your coffee? I'm like, yeah, it's still hot.
They would probably be able to do. He would probably say,
It's level 1 spell putty. I'm after.
that's about as high as he can go.
Yeah.
Does it come
Yes,
in
we
like
use
a
it
little
in,
plastic toilet? that you just-
It's in a little porcelain pot, but yes. And he would pull out a couple of those. He's like, I have a few of those. And then he points like a wall of just glowing different coloured gemstones and spell gems.
Ooh,
Should you require spell gems, we can find them from many
I'd
different.
love to know what you have.
Well, essentially, level 0, 1, and 2. Level 1s are 50. Level 0s, so cantrips are 50 credits. Level 1s are 140 credits. Level 2s are 450 credits. These are essentially spell scrolls in Starfinder.
Yep.
So, you name the spell. If you've got the credits,
Okay.
we'll just bang them in there.
Yeah.
The other items that he would go through that he has, one is a Ring of Resistance, Mark 1. They're 735 credits. They have a Charge Cloak for 200 credits, and a Ring of Whispers for 300 credits.
I'm gonna have to be looking these up.
I can tell you what some of them do in a second. He would say they've also got a Mind Link Circlet, Mark 1, for 1,600 credits,
Oof.
and a Null Space Chamber, Mark 1,
Oh no!
for 3,050 credits. So, the Mind Link Circlet does what you expect it to do. It's essentially a telepathic bond where you can talk to each other in such a way.
Yeah.
I do believe only one person needs to have it and they can communicate messages out and then understand them back. But it would only be one person, in and out. You wouldn't be able to talk to somebody else, but Calyx could relay everything, let's say, if they were the person wearing it. And I think that's up to 30 or 60 feet. I would have to go in and properly look for it.
How much is that again?
I did just find it.
That is 1,600 credits. The Charge Cloak essentially lets you put charges back into batteries, and it gets 4 charges with it.
I wouldn't bother getting that. I can help with that.
Spell gems. Ring of Resistance gives you, I think it's damage or energy resistance 5. So
Oh,
what that does is, obviously
that's-
D&D, it's usually like resistance where you take half damage.
Yeah.
But DR or ER, which is energy resistance or damage resistance in Starfinder, is like 5, 10, 15, and that's you take 5 less damage, 10 less damage, 15 less damage.
Okay. How much is that?
That one is in particular
5,000
I think
credits.
it's 725.
725.
I mean,
it's
it's
a Mark
pretty
1.
decent for that.
I was going to say, to take 5 less damage.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh.
at our level, it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
Do you have just one of those?
I do, I'm afraid.
Oh, that is a shame.
Because either me or Skulkin would be
Yeah.
pretty good to have that. Or you, actually.
I think
You're also a bit of a squish.
Yeah, but I can keep myself back most of the. It's just cliffs that are my downfall.
Quite literally.
I'd go for it, mate.
Could I? So let's see. A level 1 spell putty is 100.
Yeah.
And so that's 7 for 850. Would you consider doing both the spell putty? Oh, so I've done the mug as well, which is 700. So 700, 754, 104. So 1,550 is what I'm looking at spending.
You know,
Would you-
sir, that you do know who this is. This is Calyx of the Starfinders, Dynatech's golden boy, as it were, and he is working quite closely with the marketing team at the moment, and I'm sure that for some brand recognition, Dynatech could be amenable to sharing some billboard space, as it were.
Diplomacy check.
Yeah. Go on. 28.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no, go.
I stacked my charisma.
What's the current
It's currently 1,550 is the whole spending for all
You
3
can-
items.
get the Emporium some marketing with Calyx wearing our wares here? I would lower it to 1,002.
What about 1,000?
Agreeable.
Okay.
And he pulls out a larger tablet and hands it over and is like, if you would like to make payment.
And I'm gonna get out the camera immediately and like, Calyx, show off your wonderful new purchases are gonna help you fighting the stars from Amon's Emporium. Wow!
Hey, and look, wham! More liquid in it again.
Astounding!
And yeah, if there's anything else that you guys want, what we can say is that with things like spell gems and stuff like that, we can say, could we have spent the credits and got these ones while we were there? That's absolutely
I'm
fine.
gonna.
How much was that Ring of Whispers?
The Ring of Whispers is. Have you read what it does?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now mine
The Ring of Whispers is 300 creds.
Yeah, I'll have that, please.
Ring of Whispers.
Sorry, what was it? Was Ring of Protection or Ring of
Ring of Resistance. Mark 1.
Resistance?
Do you have any weapons at all or anything like that? Or was it more?
Weapons isn't really our
Spell
thing.
putty.
You would have to talk to many of the gun dealers or many of the armourers.
putty, first
I'm afraid we didn't tend to deal with more of the mystic arts. You could, if you're into the more techno magic, take things like this and imbue them into things like weapons, but that's not really my thing.
Not to worry.
Oh, there's a quick.
But with that, anything else you guys want to do shopping-wise?
I'm all shocked out.
I don't think there's anything else I really want to buy.
I'd like to purchase more salad.
That's fine if you want to
That
purchase
goes
more
without
salad.
saying at that point, doesn't it?
20 more credits or more salad.
Add it on, so it's what, 2 credits of salad, so we're looking at...
I'm looking at 10 salads
salads, you can add
here.
those in, stop putting them in your bag. They would be like a light each, probably negligible to be honest, but do keep an eye on your bulk when you're adding things in there. If you want to sell your items that you've picked up along the way, you absolutely can do that. If you go into your inventory and sell them, you basically get 10% of the thing back. So if you just put item and then go to this, click on it and go to sell, it will automatically do it for 10%. So
Cool.
if you do wish to do that, that's something that you can do off screen and just be like, right,
Yeah.
we'll do that now that we're at Absolom Station.
Just out of interest, do you have any? I see you've got a load of gems and stuff. Do you have any? I mean, they don't have to be very expensive gems, but sort of something that like really captures the light really well. sort of something quite clear. It can be glass and everything, but if you have anything like that, or low-level gems that just really capture light nicely.
Not necessarily, but there is a place called Rebo McClure's Melodies and Cures. They deal in crystals and would be the best place to go and find
Was that the bird?
things on that
Yeah.
level.
Oh,
But
by the way, he was totally trying to sell you a dud crystal with those jewels. Those
Oh.
yes, he is.
tat. A charlatan.
His line of healing sometimes is more about the belief in things. And it's all well and good, but I prefer actual results. But with that,
Yeah, no, I'm done.
so how would you like to, before we go to break,
Yep.
take on the next part of whatever it is that you're doing?
You guys wanted to go to Dynatech.
I'd
I
happily.
think I do need to go home.
Yeah. I'd happily just take a lunch break in the plaza and just enjoy watching people around. Gonna be.
I'm
Do
gonna RP
you
that.
guys want some salad?
I'm pretty good.
We'll fast forward through the lunch break.
Yeah. Don't worry, I wasn't
No,
gonna.
that's fine.
But then, yeah, I'd like to probably go to Dynatech at some point, and before we go, attempt these this underground group.
Well, I mean, do you need me there, or should we meet up somewhere else after you?
Do our own jazz regroup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, so if you're doing your own jazz,
Yep.
you're going to go eat lunch on the plaza.
I eat lunch and then I'm going to go and find I'll remember his name eventually.
I know it.
Yeah.
Your line manager, essentially.
My line manager, my human line manager.
What would you like to know, or what would you ask?
I think I'd ask about Cass. I'm going to have to think very carefully how to word these questions. Who hired Cassie Cato?
They would tell you that comes from HR, and then they get put into the department.
Straight up HR, okay. Do we have any background information on where Cassie came from previously? That
Unfortunately, you would have to talk to HR.
Oh, for God's sake.
Where I'm the line manager is essentially his words. I manage you when you're here, but hiring and firing is done with HR and legal.
Okay.
Gross.
Okay. Well, you said I'll ask 3 questions, so I'm going to have to ask another question. How's your day going?
Not bad. It's great to have you back. Obviously, I've been sent a memo saying that you might be out of office for a while. That's absolutely fine. I hope you're having a good time. It's,
I wasn't expecting the video. That was quite something.
that's the marketing department, and you are their poster boy.
I
That's essentially
know.
what they would say.
Okay.
Um,
Lovely speaking to you.
your office will be waiting for you.
Thank you.
Kaz, what would you do?
I think I would go visit Rockeye.
Cool. Free markets. You know that down one of the alleyways and then around the back, essentially the bigger buildings,
Yep.
there are other shops and other places. And Rokai's tuning shop essentially is down one of those. And you either have to know it's there, or you have to be really looking for it to go there. You know obviously where it is, and you can happily go there. You can gain access. He would be in the front workshop, which is like 10 foot by 15 foot. Essentially a workstation that he tinkers with everything from cybernetics through to armor and weapons and stuff like that. And Kaz, nice to see you back. I see
Yeah.
that the media coverage has started already.
Oh, you've seen it then, have you?
Oh, it's all over the station.
Oh.
How could I not spot you up there?
Oh, I'll tell you what, there's some stuff going on. Yeah. I don't even know where to begin, Rockeye.
Drink?
Yeah.
And there's behind where he's sitting is this U-shaped desk. There's a flap of material, and then he quickly leans through, and then pulls out 2 glass bottles and hands you essentially a space beer. He goes over. He would lock the door, and then he'd take you through to the back room. And are you looking for information here? Or is this you just relaxing? And
I think sort of looking for information, and maybe if he can help me disguise myself a little bit for the plan upcoming.
Okay. So what is it? Obviously, tell me all about the mission, and maybe you guys have a long conversation, and eventually you bring up you've now been tasked again.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the new mission? What's the next port of call for you?
Well, I seem to be somehow just intertwined with these group of people that I had a mission on, and that I've
Usually
just
how it
come back
starts.
from. Yeah. Well, obviously, as you've seen the media coverage, I can't get away now. It's real.
Well, they didn't give out that much details, and it was more on the actual Starfinder organisation and on the Dynatech company. I mean, realistically, it's kind of part of the whole Starfinder shebang sometimes.
Yeah, but obviously knowing us, everyone has seen me now.
Yes, but are you more worried about people from home seeing you, or?
It's possible.
It's
I
always
mean,
possible.
look at Dynatech's goddamn slogan. Future perfect, really?
Yes, that is somewhat coincidental. And
Yeah.
like you can see, like there's like that pause for a second where like the memories are there. So what are you doing now? Like what?
Well, I think I'm going to keep with the group for now. Keep up appearances. I'm hopefully trying to get some insight on Dynatech a little bit more. There's certainly some stuff going on behind the scenes,
Wouldn't surprise me.
but it's too coincidental having their slogan like that for me.
I mean, there aren't many words in the galaxy, but yes, it is.
But when it lines up like that,
I have thought about it before. I try not to think about it too much. Been away from Keydale for a long time. So, I mean, do you have another mission ready to go, or?
well, yes, we're meant to investigate the node. You might have heard
Give me a
of
sense
it.
motive check.
Sense motive. 6.
And keep talking for me.
Yeah. The bar a little more downtown. There's meant to be a meeting there. Some rogues looking for more muscle. Some company, some gang.
Yeah, I suppose you wouldn't know the Node. The Node is a bar.
Yes.
It's a guild. It's a mercenary guild for contracts. I don't remember.
Oh right.
And he like goes over to the desk, and there's like a it's like a cloth badge, and it looks like a circle, then in a circle. But on the outer circle, there's like two beams, two ley lines going off left and right, and one going down. The Node is a bar that many Starfinders frequent. If you want to pick up extra work, extra credits,
Okay.
people looking for bounties or looking for.
So it's not restricted entry or anything like that. It's
You would realistically need to apply for entry or be taken in by somebody or given essentially a. Ian's trying to think of the word now, where somebody's like, you would need to be vouched for.
okay. Can you
Yes.
do that for me? All right.
I actually,
Thank you.
and he looks to the workbench.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working on stuff for them now.
Oh. What can I see on his bench? Is it like weapons or?
Yeah, armor and
Right.
just different things. And he's like, I mean, since I no longer adventure, the Node, I mean,
Hire you to do
looks
that.
up and down at you. He's like, I mean, we can tinker away all day long, and that's
True.
kind of what I do. They pay me well, and you know, I'm the first port of call for anybody who comes from the Node needing to upgrade or change things around. Really, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't have had a lot of the adventures I had without the Node.
Oh. Okay. I mean, this is awfully convenient.
I mean, it's a pretty common place for people looking for.
Well,
Work.
it's convenient that I know you and you're involved with the node. So if I've got a mission there, I would greatly appreciate.
I mean,
helping
yeah, I
you
mean,
get
I
in.
can absolutely vouch for you. I will send a message to Cashew now. And,
Cashew.
And he smiles. And it's the first time you've seen him like.
Is he a nut?
You can say that. He smiles widely. Cashew is the proprietor of the node.
Okay.
And he's quite
Unique?
well connected.
Ah, one of those.
I like him.
Fair
He's a friend. But
yeah, well, if you call him friend, then I'm sure he's
done right by me.
Is he reliable?
Yes. If you're looking for work, he will find you work.
Okay.
What is it that you're doing there, though? If you're going to the node, but you say this is on a job, I am worried about that.
Yeah. I think Kaz, knowing what the mission is, probably would try and lie.
Okay.
Because now knowing that Rokai has his work from there, he doesn't want to jeopardize him. So I'm saying we're just there to investigate, see if there's any talk of invading Dynatech grounds, offices, because there was an attack
Yes.
before we went.
You
might have heard of it, but
I saw it. It's all over the news. Red Valerian won't shut up about it. Now that they've named you guys as the saviors of Dynatech 4-1. But the node is a place where contracts are made. I mean, it's likely that, you know...
Well, that's exactly why we're going there. Like I said, there's meant to be a meeting there. So...
I mean, chances are they will like to meet with people there, or that's where they offer the contract.
They're looking for muscle. So they're looking for
be the
people to
place.
hire, so...
I would have thought an underground group wouldn't be so public as they do. It might be off the books.
So you think it might be in the back rooms or something?
Okay.
Not
So
on
you
the
haven't
floor.
lied yet, but can you give me a sense motive?
I have kind of like obfuscated the truth of...
But you
We've been
haven't.
tasked with killing them, like
But
getting
you
rid of
still
them.
haven't lied yet.
No, okay, yeah.
And he's not the person that distrusts you, but I do need a sense motive from you.
20.
He's holding something back.
Okay.
There. When you say about back rooms, he's like, not that kind of place.
So... Well, what are you thinking then?
Go, but just keep your eyes open. Don't go in guns blazing. I will message Cashew, and I will see if there is anything that he can tell me, and I will message you. I will certainly vouch for you to go in there.
Okay.
And how many of you are there?
Currently 3.
Okay. I assume the party that you were with.
Yeah. Part of, anyway, at
I'll
least.
do what I can. You shouldn't have any trouble getting past Birdie.
Birdie.
Smiles, and we sort of fade out there because we need to go to break.
Yes, we
So
do.
quickly before we do that, what would TJ be doing so I can get that ready?
Oh, gone home.
Going home.
Gone home, and then probably gonna go and see if I can get a meeting with Elijah.
Okay.
I know that's probably gonna be hard, but
Okay. What we fade out on there is we see just outside of the free markets, Kaz is going off to then this like scene where we see him with this older drow-looking male with the white eyes and the pointed ears and this like stubble, and Calyx goes off to have lunch, and TJ wanders off just a little bit further outside of the free markets, and there are these big pillars that go from floor to ceiling of this level of the ring, and there's like a service door for like engineers or for people who maybe work on the structural integrity of the building, and there's a little like pad to the side of it, and we watch as this now you know Hostoki stands in front of this service door, puts their hand on the little pad, and door opens, and they step inside. And we'll go to break there. So guys on Twitch, thank you so much for hanging in there during the shopping. We've got a few little more things to do, and I think then we're going to head down to level 10 and go see what the node is all about.
Was that level up to level 10? Or...
hey!
No.
Oh.
Guys, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you then. And we.
Nice.
Back.
Hello.
We've had our 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've had our little tinkles. We spent a credit, and we're ready to come back in.
Does it cost a credit to go for a whiz?
In this economy? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It does now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like piss off the side of the station.
What's wrong with you? The podcast listeners. Jack literally made the noise of a piss and then made the hand gesture of it just floating away into the ether and nothingness of space.
Yep.
I want to say though, thank you to Zizi who's been doing fan art.
Yeah.
Because we freaking love fan art.
Yeah, we do.
So
It was
cool.
so adorable. I loved
Have you seen the new one?
No, I haven't seen the new one.
There's a part 2.
Ooh. Who is it?
TJ Squeakerson.
Captain Socks.
Yeah,
Look
which
at those
is
socks.
incredible.
Oh my god,
So-
that's amazing.
Yeah, so obviously, like, I love fan art. I just like the idea that, like, you know, people draw your characters for me is like a huge, like,
Great, isn't it?
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah, it's like a huge thing for me, and like the fact that like people will like enjoy the stream or like watch the show and just character drawing it. Can't get enough. So, Zizi, thank you. If anybody else does little doodles and stuff, yeah, send them in. We freaking love them. If you want us to share
Really
them,
love
share
It
them.
makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Really, really does. It's probably one of the best feelings for me because I find it is like you and I have both played music in our lives
Yes.
and done shows,
Yes.
and the idea of somebody singing your song back to you is like,
Yeah. It's
fuck yeah.
pretty fulfilling, isn't it?
Yeah, so for me, this is on that level. This is on that level of like, oh my god, somebody has done artwork of one of your guys' characters, which I freaking adore. So thank you so much. And if more comes in, maybe we'll do like a fan art video during the break and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be the
That
dream
would be
for
very
me.
cool.
Art reel.
I would
so
love
everyone can see it.
Yeah, and I think So keep them coming in if people are doing them. But apart from that, we're going to jump back in to the second part of episode 2. 12. Part 2 of episode 12.
Yes, that's the one.
Shut up. Don't talk to me with your mouth.
What should I talk to you with? My arse?
Obviously.
Talk
Sorry,
shit,
that's the
mate.
only other place to talk.
If I don't drink a Taylor. Right. But we come back in on the inside of a darkened building. We watch from behind as the now familiar form of TJ Squeakerson walks down a corridor. There are every now and again an intersection that goes left or right, but they carry on for a minute and they turn right and you go down another corridor and there are just doors. Evenly split, 6 of them, then another intersection. And then there's like a circular opening in the wall that then they go into, and we follow as they go up, essentially a tunnel, a circular tunnel. And they do this many times. And eventually, they do one where they come out and they actually go a different direction on the floor. We follow them over an intersection, over another intersection. And we go down to a corridor where we can see a wall ahead of us is the end of this particular corridor. There are 6 doors, 3 on either side, evenly spaced apart in this 5-foot corridor, maybe 10 foot tall. I need to bring something up. We see numbers. 1908. 1909. And they stop in the middle and turn to one side where on 1909. Yes.
Yes.
They just wait for a second. And then they press their hand to a little pad by the door and the door opens up. What does the inside of your apartment look like?
So upon entry, it is a very, very clean, almost sterile interior. There's like a large kind of table. There are like kind of worktops either side. There is a kind of a large water tank down one of them that comes up with a sink underneath, and a few like little receptacles where like food would drop through and things, but it is very barren in here. There are the appearance of windows which seem to look out onto Dynatech offices. And then there are 2 doors that go further into the property, but on the immediacy, it is this kind of very clean, nondescript kind of living space.
You stand in this quiet room. You smell maybe breakfast. It's like middle afternoon, so nobody's here. You're not used to being here at this time, but you stand there for a minute, and what do you do?
I take out the little potted plant that I got, and I'm going to pot it in the middle of the table for starters.
So there's this like table in the centre of the room, this island table. You put this small blue pot, little pink flower.
Can I upload my own images to the windows?
Yeah.
Fab. I'm going to keep one side as it was, but on the other, I think near the water, I'm going to just put up images of like using what I got from our.
I'm just gonna have a map so you guys can sort of get a rough layout.
Yeah, from our kind of travels, I'm going to bring up the image of just like the rolling drift. And kind of keep that.
And it's just so you guys can get a layout of the ground and just see what it sort of looks like. Probably turn it down.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. But it's sort of this very standard shaped room. I'm going to just quickly zoom in on that so that we can sort of. So I can't draw, so I like to at least put maps down that you can visualise the room in a way that I can do, which is with terrain. Let's go with that just there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty bog standard apartment, really. I might actually turn it so it's a bit more. There we go. You can see there. You change one of the sides into those like rolling dark blues and purple nebulas.
Yeah. And then I think I'm just gonna have a look around everywhere just to kind of make sure that everything is sort of as I expect it to be. I'm particularly looking for any kind of recording devices or any bugs.
Perception check.
Okay. 15. 22.
22. You skirt around the room, check around all the walls, the sink, the feeding dispenser, the French maiden.
Oh yeah, the French. I forgot about the French maiden.
I called a dumbwaiter a French maiden. What's in food things go up and down like a French maiden or something? Classic Ian. But seems clear. That's only this particular room.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to the bedroom.
Yeah.
And it is a very different state of affairs in here. It is
Dildos everywhere.
so cluttered. It is. You can barely get through the door for all the dildos. I think actually there probably would be 1 or 2 dildos amongst everything, Dynatech brand. But there are so many tote bags and pens and ashtrays and just when you go to like a local fair or like the Royal Cornwall Show, for example, and you just get the most amount of free shit you can possibly get. It's like that in here. Just there is maybe you can just about see a bed in the corner, but there are like motivational posters everywhere. Just like a lot of like pictures of like kittens on wires going like hang in there and things, and like nondescript landscapes that say yesterday you said tomorrow. Don't let your dreams be dreams. But yeah, it is chaotic, and I think TJ's gonna like just bury himself into all the stuff, just to kind of feel a little bit at home for a second or two.
Yeah.
Before kind of straightening himself up. I think pulling up his borrowed socks, but putting his trousers over them, and kind of aligning himself and getting back in the kind of Dynatech mind space.
Anything else?
I think that's what I wanted to do in here for now, because you know, wife's not gonna be back for a few hours yet.
So are you now going to meet up? Are we like speeding up the passage of time? How do you guys want to regroup? Skelkin would probably send you a message, but like, I'm just going to hang out with Dee. I need time to decompress. I need time to work out what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carry on without me, but just keep me informed.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, in terms of like gameplay, what would you like to go to now? Are we like fast forwarding time? Are we?
How long did Rockeye say that he would take to get me?
He would say, you know, I can send a message now.
Okay.
You know, you can go whenever you're ready.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Okay.
I would at least like to wait until I have a disguise, because I want to wait until we've got stuff.
Yeah.
I realise I would like to go and buy some makeup.
Okay, not a problem. I think you can actually look for things like makeup on Hephaestus.
Yeah. I'm not going to roleplay it, but just like go get makeup for disguise, and then probably like across comms, be like, you guys want to meet up?
Yeah.
Smiley face. But Calyx does like a smiley face with a nose in it, so it's like colon dash D. There's another full face
Look
kind
for
of thing.
cosmetics. They cost 20 credits, and they give you a +1 bonus to disguise checks.
Cool.
So you want to wait for the essentially clothing.
Yeah.
So not a problem. You can get your Kasathan cotton hoodie, which it's more like a poncho with arms that then has like a bit of a longer tail to it, but it's very, very well done.
Oh, it's so flowy, it's so soft.
Yes, exactly that. For yourself, the mask itself is it's the right shape. It's been coloured enough that it is matching your fur tones. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's still clearly a mask.
Sure.
But
It's something.
yeah, exactly that. It covers the face.
Yeah.
And it's not unknown for people to cover their face. You can change into your different attire. You can change into khakis and stuff like that, so that it looks all different. But yeah, we can say that you guys absolutely can speed up the time on that one.
Oh, I forgot. There is actually something I wanted to do while I was home as well. I
Yeah.
forgot. I want to go through the footage of our journey, and I would like to do my own edit of it. And I'm going to just ping it out to my friends, so that they'll all get a little thing up. And it's just a very sweet montage of like, like maybe Kaz and Skelkan laughing at a dinner table, Calyx engrossed in his navigation, I think Vorag's re-included, for like the weird massage in the gunship, but like the highlights of sort of like their daring do's, all their best bits, and TJ's kind of put a little voice over the top of it, like, when Starfinders and Dynatech come together, unlikely friendships can be made in the face of adversity.
And who do you send that to?
I send it to Calyx, I send it to Skelkan, Kaz, and Vorag.
Only them, yeah? You guys would receive that. I would say, on the first time that you're home, when you leave, as you close the door behind you, you hear a of another door slightly opening. And give me a perception check.
13.
13. You turn around, you see, obviously, like, you're in the middle of this corridor, on the far wall there, you've got the protein recycler, and then you've got these other doors. But the door on the left-hand side, there's like a slight slit. You just see this like beady eye.
Which number is this?
You know full well this is Jenkins's apartment.
Jenkins!
Jenkins.
And this, I need to bring up there.
I see you.
you're back.
Oh.
This like voice comes from behind the door. It's a nice trip away.
Oh, it was marvellous, Jenkins. The things I saw, the things I did. How's legal?
Oh, I bet you're all happy now. You're all the rage that the media have got hold of you, but see how long that lasts.
Oh, well, do you know what, Jenkins? I know we've always had this little, tete-a-tete, and it's been jolly good fun, but, I did actually think of you while I was, in space. And I did bring you back a little something, and I'm going to reach into my jacket and you can fucking swivel, mate.
And I think you just watch this like one eye that's poking out, like just narrows slightly, and he's like, "See you around." And like the door just closes slowly.
Jenkins!
And then you can get on with your.
Why is he home in the middle of the workday?
And then yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's going in the memory bank.
But with that, if you guys are, you tell me what you're doing.
Should we say like we meet in the plaza or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me in the plaza. Are we wearing our current new clothes?
I will be wearing mine.
So you're wearing new clothes. Or are you trying to disguise yourselves?
I think I would like to turn. I probably would have used the toilets at the office. I'd like to say that I'd have bought the cosmetics before.
Yeah.
And I will give myself a slightly different appearance. I'm gonna put some green eyeshadow on. I'm gonna go huge wings. I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to slightly put some blush on and everything.
Okay. Give me a disguise check. Are you guys also going to change your appearance?
I think I got maybe I might have asked Rock Eye, have you got any spare pair of goggles or something?
Why?
Just change of appearance.
Sure, and he will hand you different goggles that slightly different look.
Yeah, just a different pair that wouldn't be
that's the three.
similar to the ones I've got, just a little different. And then I'll tussle my hair up a little bit.
Well, I mean, they're gonna know you're coming. I've sent them a message.
Well, yeah, I know,
I
but
don't think you need to hide yourselves.
it's more for the people that don't know I'm coming.
Yes, but they also don't know you're coming, so they don't need to be looking out for you.
Yeah, I'm just because I'm in the public eye now.
Fair enough. And yeah, you can change your goggles.
Yeah, I think TJ's not wearing the mask yet, but he's got it with him. But I think he's still wearing his business shoes, but with the large red and yellow socks pulled right up. He's kind of rolled up his work trousers to make them into kind of shorts, and he's wearing I went to the Dachi system and all I got was this lousy t-shirt with a blue Hawaiian shirt over the top of it.
Nice.
Sweet. I'm going to take that one away, just because we don't need it there anymore.
A toddler dressing himself for the first time.
Sweet. So it's not really a disguise check or anything, that's just changing your clothes.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you tell me what you're doing.
Well, should we scope the place out now?
Hi there.
Nice.
Hi, Gaelix.
Hi.
Very good.
I tried something different.
Looks lovely.
It looks good.
Looks great.
Want to know how good? By the way, the things are 9.
Cool.
But how well did I do my makeup? 4. It's terrible.
Kaz knows no
Homer
better.
Simpson's shotgun mate.
yeah. It's uneven and everything.
I think it's more just it's the wrong colour palette.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It doesn't blend in, it just stands out.
It's something.
So you guys meet up, and you've been told where the node is.
I think we just need to get going. And have a look.
Sure.
Okay. So I had a meet with a contact of mine, a friend of mine, Rock Eye. He actually he works with the node. He does some work there. He has put a word in for me so that at least someone knows that we're coming, so we should be able to get in.
Handy.
Is it someone
Who
called
is
Birdie?
this Rock Eye?
A friend. A friend.
Okay.
Okay. Friend.
Not
Do you
that
think-
kind of friend.
I don't know with you, Kaz. You've got your dirty little secrets.
I think Gil might be upset.
It would be. Was it Finn? Finn.
Oh, Gil!
That's vicious, Gaelix.
I'm sorry.
He's not here, he can't hear you.
Finn, yeah.
I trust him if that's what at least what you're.
No, that's...
You trust Finn?
No. Mm-mm.
I wouldn't. I'd keep you back to the wall with it if I were you, Kaz.
So yes, apparently there's some person called Birdie, or he referred to them as Birdie at the door or something.
Buddy.
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 But not your pal friend.
No.
Well, shall we?
Guy.
In that case, we're just going for a scope out, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, is this like an exclusive club? Like,
It's for mercenaries.
it's okay. So we just turn up and go, hey, we're looking for.
Well,
work.
like I said, the Rock has already put a word in for me, so.
I mean, it might be a case of maybe if we listen to some conversations, get a
I think
vibe.
play it
and-
casual.
Yeah.
See what's
I'll
happening.
put my mask on then and try and look a little bit more Yosoki.
If we're
than
doing
Hastoki.
casual, I just like try and wipe some of the makeup off.
Okay, let's leave. We've smudged it everywhere. What have you done?
Oh. I think I got the wrong idea of what we were doing.
We'll head along to the nose.
It's not hard to find. It's a well-known establishment on level 10, which is the Spike. Obviously, you live further down in the Spike, Calyx, but not probably somewhere that you would frequent. This is on a thoroughfare that is not residential, but is almost like an industrial district. But in the centre of it, on this one particular road, is a few establishments that's built around a bar. The bar in question is called the Node. Aptly named because it connects to different things. What you would see getting closer towards that particular road, and you said you were going to scope it out, so I imagine you're not just going straight to the door or anything like that. You would see that the node itself is a large metallic bulkhead that is essentially what used to be part of a large wall that has now been reshaped into a building that has a big blue sign on it that says node, and the O is that symbol that you saw before, but it's upside down, and the what was the bottom line now connects up to the E of the word the, and it just glows.
Okay.
The node, and it's very clearly what it is. There are no windows, there are no clear other entry points apart from this one alcove that is about 10 foot wide, 10 foot tall, and it steps back about 5-10 feet, and then it chicanes off around the corner, almost like entryway to a club or something like that. But standing outside it is a bear in armor. They are 9.5 foot tall, brown fur. They are wielding a massive hammer that looks like it's got an engine on the back of it. They are wearing what looks to be like plates of metal, and then they have a trench coat over the outside of that.
That's badass.
They have sunglasses.
No.
Oh.
It's Neo.
There's that. Around you, there's loads of buildings around you, and it's starting to get a lot more packed in down here. But there are people drinking outside of it. There are almost like bikes parked up out there, like speeder bikes and little one-wheelers and stuff. Because next to them on the left is another building which has a flashing, almost like it's sparking, green sign that says, if you can read that,
Don't know that language.
Gizlu Spark Shop. And
Yeah.
it's written in like a green, and then there's very much an homage to an old home game there. And it's clearly like a shop, but like upgrades of vehicle parts and stuff like that. Then on the right hand side is a disused building that says Comtech Repairs, but the sign doesn't work, and there are like metal. It's almost like boarded up with like Wrigley tin metal and stuff like that, and it's like a disused Comtech repair shop next to the right hand side of the node. Outside the node, there are a few drunks with pistols or a sword who are just like, fucking, right, No, I fucking saved your ass there. Right.
No, you didn't. Like, no, I pay you back like last week.
Fuck off, you already owe me 22 credits, you cunt.
No,
And it's just
why
like,
are you like selling bits? Don't you run like Barry's Night Out?
who you got on the Deadpool? And like, they're just like, obviously like just drunks that are like a bit alphy and a bit Larry, and one of them would be like a human, the other one's probably a Sobad, which are these like large, grey, tusked creatures. But yeah, and you guys can see that on this road.
Well, as you can tell, this is the kind of company that we're going to be involving ourselves in, so
Lively.
eyes peeled.
Adopt a sort of, more earthy kind of gritty character for this, don't you think, Calyx? Someone a little bit, from the mean streets of Absolom Station.
Maybe try don't try too hard.
The mask is already going on. Oh, I'm gonna do it.
Do we walk like them?
And hang on, they're swaggering a bit more than that.
Okay.
Just act normal.
Yep, totally normal.
Yes.
Just walk as you would normally walk. Honestly, I think we're overthinking it a little bit.
This is how Calyx walks.
Yeah, fair enough. Shall we approach?
Let's.
Okay.
Do we want to go straight to the node, or do we want to like?
Well, shall we? I think it's no time at the present. Go in, have a node
I mean,
around.
Is there only one entrance, one exit? You've been here before, I assume.
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I just know that my friend is someone who works.
Okay.
Well, we'll go in, maybe get a drink, and just scope it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. We'll head up.
Okay, so you start approaching. There's only one entranceway in that you see, where this like large armored bear has this like machine hammer, and they are just like staring into the distance as they like spin it round. Give me a sense move.
23.
16.
Sense motive. Plus 8, so 25.
Fuck! See, this is what I love about Starfinder is that I'm not even going to say what's happening. I just like that you guys started laughing. I saw it, and there's a hand, and I enjoyed it. Those of you, especially with the high 20s and stuff, but that's what I love about Starfinder is level 2, and you can roll like 25s off like not nat 20s. Because the numbers start adding up, especially if you really hone in on your skills. Awesome. So, the bear itself is clearly looking into the distance, and what seems to be like a menacing, intimidating stance, you realise, is they're not paying attention, and they're just absent-mindedly like spinning this thing while they're obviously deep in thought. And as you approach, their eyes and their head kind of like look down towards you all. Hi.
Buddy.
Hi.
A contact of mine, Rockeye. He says he put a word in for me. Kaz.
Hi, boss. I got a Kaz here. Says he knows Rockeye. Yeah, I'm alright. Okay. He just like steps on side. You can go in.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
No worries. You guys make your way around the corner. That smells incredible. And you enter what can only be described as a bar.
Nice.
The end.
There we go.
End of
Futuristic. No, I need to bring it up. So,
that's the end of the stream.
We did it. We did Starfinder.
where the outside is quite dirty and there's a slightly like rusted metal facade, and there's like the odd bullet hole here and there, and maybe like marks of old blood. There's no graffiti, however, like some of the other buildings around.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm sorry.
And you can tell it's not because it's been cleaned off. It's just not been touched. Obviously, the neon sign is of this bright blue, which depicts the words with ley lines, like that of data transference lines that spell out the word the node, with the O being the symbol of this guild. However, you go inside and it's a very dark atmosphere. Like there's no like main lights on. It's just like nightclub territories, realistically. And as he quickly panics to find the right playlist, many screens all around the bar, hollow tables depict faces with like bounty symbols and credit amounts on them. Others have contracts for different types of jobs, from protection to hits to captures. There are defense contracts among many different reasons why some more muscle would be wanted. And the bar is packed with people. It is spacious, but it's loud with the many different races and beings. Some of them are just like chanting and like clinking metallic tankards together and talking loudly about their different jobs and successes. There are some who clearly wear Starfinder badges, who obviously like to frequent here, and they seem to like call out to other people that aren't wearing Starfinder badges like they know them well enough. The bar is a central item, and the two things that you notice are two creatures. One of them is in a glass cube about 5 foot by 5 foot, and it looks like a cute, long-eared being that is sat on its back legs, which look like they've got like really long, well, it's small paws, but it's like a long flap, and then it like comes around. It looks like with powerful back legs. Bless you.
Thank you.
Do that again on stream, and I'll kill you.
Yay!
Kill you. No, and then they've got like two shorter front legs.
Gonna get you.
Like they could bound on those back legs quite well.
It's just a space flea.
Well, it's furry and it's very plushy.
So a bunny.
Space bunny.
It looks like a bunny.
Space bunny.
And it's got like the long floppy ears and it sits there. But it's in a sealed glass
Cute.
cube. Can you make me a perception check, please? Calyx. For podcast listeners, I just say you. I pointed at Tamsin who plays Calyx.
How far away are we from the
15 foot.
Okay.
Oh my god, that dice.
Yeah, I know. It's such. I think it's either on the 18 or
I think it's the 18.
It's the 18 plus.
You should never have to say, I think it's on this for a dice.
So plus 6 to 24.
20. You know. You instantly get the sense of an outer planar being.
Ooh. Ooh, Calyx is right up against that glass now.
And as it turns its head towards you, it bounds at the glass and like smashes its face against it, but the glass stops it. And where you thought there were these like big dark eyes, they are open maws with teeth all around the outsides, and then patches of open maws start appearing on their body.
Oh god, it's like the rabbit from Holy Grail.
It really. That's why we only asked 3 questions.
You know what this is. This is a QU. They are found on Kashoria, along with other planets, but these are some things that have slipped through the Dark Tapestry, or from the Dark Tapestry, and are just essentially aberration beasts, outer planar beasts that are just quite nasty, really. But there's one in a little box here that's obviously a trophy. For the rest of you, you see this thing like at the glass, and it's like eyes you realise are mouths. And
Just hold Cass.
I will put an image. I'll show you guys an image of them in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am though just standing right up at the glass,
And it wants
I'm
nothing
just-
more than to kill you.
Yeah, I'd like to actually. Do I know if these things are sentient enough or not?
Yeah, you would know they're not. They are
Okay.
killers.
I think I'd still just talk to it, even if it doesn't
It's just
understand.
raging in there. And then what you guys will see from there as like Kate's like, hey, and starts chatting to her, whatever it is that you do, from around the other side of the bar, because it would be like this island that's a square, but then there's like racks of like glass and stuff in the middle for like all the spirits and everything. The music starts really pumping. But around the bar comes this 5 foot tall third being. They have this slicked back brown fur that's speckled with grey. They've got these dark brown eyes, but in this dark light they glow amber. They're wearing smart shoes, pewter trousers, and they've got an open smart waistcoat where they've styled their body fur into like an almost a chest hair.
Oh.
They've also trimmed their entire fur on their head so it's short enough that it makes the rest of it look like a trimmed beard. And they wear a Baker Boy style cap.
Oh, yes.
On top of their head. They are a Rhaenyra. For anybody who hasn't seen them, they're otter folk. And hey, yo, what you doing? Don't disrupt the guy. Guys, it's a thing, Johnny. Hey, you gotta back up, hey.
Where did you get this one?
What are the guys put in there? I don't need you to tell you. They ain't pissing them off.
It's alright. I mean, it's not alright, but like, I've never seen one in a box. How did you get it in a box?
You don't want to walk it around the place and fucking kill you.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't want it walking.
Hey, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
I don't know. I was just curious to see this prize. It's
Drink.
It's an amazing prize.
Are you
Yeah,
buying?
okay.
Fuck no, I'm not buying.
I'll buy.
What do you want?
I don't know. Space whiskey. Spisky.
Whiskey coming up.
Spisky. I have never drunk.
I'll have a spear.
Spear.
Governor, I'll have a spodka.
Vodka. Bluff check, please.
Yeah.
She turns around and says, what are you guys doing in here? I don't recognize you. Not guys are normal faces. Cashew knows these things.
Oh, Cashew.
Yeah, I'm Cashew.
I'm Kaz.
Oh, Rollcast friend.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a young him. Said you'd be coming by, wanted some information. What is it you're after?
Oh, just seeing if there's anything sort of really suspicious going on.
Drinks come up.
And
Hands you a glass with like a blue transparent liquid in it. It is steaming. You get a yellow one, and you get a bottle.
nice. What?
Clink.
Oh. Yeah, there you go.
Constitution save.
Yeah.
Fortitude saving throw, please.
Yeah.
13 on bluff.
Possibly, maybe looking just for work, but also trying to keep an eye out for anything that might be a little bit on the suspicious side.
Sense motive and perception check, please.
Okay.
Plus 2.
Did you knock yours back?
I think TJ takes a little sip because TJ's never really had alcohol before. So.
It's strong.
No, 14.
14! Put hairs on your hairs! It's just like... It feels like it's melting you on the inside.
17 sense motive.
Okay.
And 20 for perception.
Okay. Instantly, you ask about things that are going on, and he's like, oh, you know, we take contracts of all kind around here. If you're looking for work, we can find you work. What are you doing? Protection? You're looking for a hit? You're looking for some bounty work? But his eyes dart around the room when you mention looking for something a bit more.
Okay.
With your perception check, there are a few things that you notice. Everyone's sort of having a good time or choosing contracts like, you can fucking do that, or like, yeah, I'll take this one. And there are quiet people, there are people who are, you know, all about it. And you're kind of used to this sort of camaraderie and this bravado. But then there's a booth near the bar off to the right-hand wall where there is an SRO, which is called a sentient robotic organism. They're like robots, but they have sentience, essentially. They are people with a soul. And then there are two cloaked hooded figures with them that seem to be like hushing quietly, but there's no hollow image up on the table. Alex, could you come to the table for me?
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
Welcome.
Now we're immediately going to kill you.
What you see is these three figures, the two hooded ones kind of talking, and this SRO, this robot, also obviously communicating, but you can't see a mouth moving or anything like that. You can't make out the figures' faces, but they stand up, and the SRO walks essentially what is behind the bar to a back wall, and the two follow them, and you don't see where they go.
Okay.
And all the time, Cash is like, hey, you know what, we got all sorts going around here. You want to find fucking, you know, you want a defense racket? What do you have to, what does Rokai want? Do you need something for like, what do you have to?
Well, look, I'll tell you what, we're going to have just probably a few
5 credits for the drinks, by the way.
Yeah. I'll ping him 15, I guess it would be for those three.
No, 5 credits total.
Oh, all right, 5 credits. Cool.
Drinks aren't expensive.
A bargain, sir.
No.
I mean, you don't have to do the voice. It's I don't know if you're trying to take the piss or if you're just trying to like.
I'm just gonna lift my mask. I'm not meant to. I'm meant to be at work.
Oh shit! You're one of them new Hestokis.
Shut up! Shut up!
Yo, that's really good.
We're just going to have some drinks at the table, and if work comes along, work comes along. You know, it's nothing too major. Don't worry about it. It's just.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the holoscreens, keep an eye on the tables.
Yeah.
There's a Deadpool up here, and you can see like names written on that have got like odds against them for like people dying or like stuff like that. And very much like Deadpool.
Yeah, gotcha.
And he's like, yeah, but other than that, yeah, take a seat, and if something comes up, you gotta register with us to become a member of the guild, and then you gotta, then you can take a job.
Okay.
You'll take half payments on the beginning of it, and then you'll take a final payment. We obviously take a cut for being in the guild, so that's all part of it. But we take that even before it gets to the tables.
Understood. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Cashew.
And not a problem, any friend of Growcast, a friend of mine, eh?
Exactly. Thank you.
Can I have a water?
No, fuck no. We don't sell that shit. And really
use your new mug.
No.
You left it at home.
Kaz has got Kate's got a cigarette now. Tanya's hand went up to her mouth like she took a drag of a cigarette.
No, it was I was trying not to alert the barman to the fact I have my infinite mug on me. I don't want to get kicked out immediately.
Is there like any empty tables at all?
I mean, the table is empty that people have just left.
Okay. And where they went, is it quite close to where they were sitting?
If you make your way over to that table, what you see is an absence of something. There's like a space where you think there'd be a booth or a table or something, and you can sit in the booth that they were in, and the holo table's turned off. And you turn it on, and it'll bring up all of the information that you need to like take the contract or to sign up to the guild, and then where they led off to, or where it would lead around the other side of the bar, there's just an absence of a booth or a table or a door or anything. Just a dead space.
Right. Okay. I think I might have seen the suspecting party go through. There's some weird stuff going on over there. It feels like there's something there, but there isn't. Can you see anything?
No. It's crying. No. Do you mean like other than the suspicious dark web creature?
What about your you know?
Yeah, your
special vision.
Detect magic.
Oh. Try and see through tears of any detect magic in the direction that Kaz is pointing.
Cast detect magic, then you can cast detect magic because it's your Decimar ability.
Yeah.
The wall's probably like 20 foot away. If you cast it, and there is clearly illusionary magic there.
It's concealed. There's a secret entrance.
In fact, you would probably see that. Yeah, it's essentially covering.
Yeah, I mean,
door.
there's a door there, just there.
I mean, I can't see it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, there's a door there.
Oh well. Wonderful.
For yourself, Alex, who is new to the table, and we'll talk about that in a little bit and a bit more about who you are and who you're playing when we get to that. Before these guys get to that table, give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm going to use the
Back in time a little bit.
New dice
Dragonborn Industries D20.
Oh shit!
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Perception check.
Oh yeah, good. God. Not a good start.
It's all good, buddy.
What am I doing?
Let me just get Festus up.
How TTRPG? How play dice?
How do you?
How do?
How do?
Oh.
Perception.
While he's looking for that, what I
perception.
really want.
I think we're going up to the table, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is we're going back in time a little bit here by a couple of minutes.
11.
11. You're engrossed in conversation, and then all of a sudden, Beta 4. It's just like, which is you? And then, basically, stands up. You and this other person stand up, and you follow Beta 4 to the corner of the room where they just seem to walk through the wall. You follow, and we fast forward in time, and you go to the booth.
Do we now see these other people go?
They've left already, so we're
Right,
now
I
back
see.
up to your
Okay, I
timeline.
got
This
you.
is like as you saw them
Yeah,
leaving. That's what happened with
I
them.
understood. Yes.
Just so I can let
So-
Alex know where he is.
How-
He knows some things that you don't.
Okay.
How do we want to approach this group? Do we want to like
Well,
be friendly? Do we want to like strong arm them?
we either just act normal and just go through this doorway, wherever it goes, and risk whatever's on the other side, or we inquire about it. But I feel like that might make more of a fuss than is needed to be. So,
I could just say we've got inquisitive and wanted to go through the door.
I mean, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
just act like we don't know any better. Just kind of just walk in and like, oh, I'm sorry.
Whoops,
Yeah.
thought this was a bathroom.
So, yeah, I suppose
Actually, for
Are
that,
these-
Hastoki might be a bit easier to take the mask off.
these people that they're
Mm.
they're your contacts. They're
No, I don't know who these people are.
okay.
They looked very suspicious. Everything was quite hush-hush. And they've just walked through a seemingly invisible door that is magical.
Okay.
It seems suspicious to me. I mean, I can't see anything else that seems to be going on. Everything else seems normal.
I mean, I like your idea of just being like, oh, sorry, I thought this was a different place.
Mm.
Should we go with that?
I think TA's going to start making it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making a beeline for the door.
Okay. I'll I suppose lead where I can see
Yeah.
where the door is.
Can-
So just point me in the right direction, I'll go.
As soon as you start making your way towards that corner, you say, hey, can I get you guys any more drinks? And you see, like, from the island, now on this side of it, this Bruneri, this otter-like person, who's like, hey, get some more drinks, and, like, have you found a contract that you guys like?
Ooh.
There was this one about a Lashunta that was quite interesting.
Starts like pouring, like, yeah, everyone come round, we'll see if we can get you hooked up, get you all registered, get you all set in your ways. Good credits on this one.
We could follow them when they come out. Sorry, stage whisper for
Yeah. it's fine.
What if they?
We could.
What if they don't? What if there's a back entrance or exit?
Can I see if there's like another magic door within that distance?
Not through
Yeah.
the door.
Okay.
No.
I mean, this guy's clearly trying to, like, distract us away
Yeah.
from this door, right?
Give me sense motive.
Dirty little 20.
Clearly.
Yeah.
But is it like I'm trying to help you guys, don't go there, or is it because he's trying to hide it because it's beneficial to him?
I think
You know,
Steph might
that's-
know what it is. But... Get a second whisper?
Way, all the whispers going on today.
Oh, give me a crisp man.
Go.
What can I get you guys? Come on! Let's get you set up with that Lashunta contract! Turns out this one's a real nasty guy!
Still like... Through the door. Through the door.
All right. We're still not really sure. It looks good, but I don't know. I'll come back in 5.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you may as well go take a seat, though, because, like, we're still working on this bit over here. We're going to get a new booth, and there's a punch up here, and, we have to, clean up a lot of blood.
Can anyone cause a distraction?
I'll fuck's sake. I'll go up to the bar. And I'll just sort of turn around. These just go on ahead.
Yeah.
Make a...
So, from this side of the bar,
Yeah.
hey, guys, come on!
I'm going to try and like walk maybe around the corner of the bar a little bit and try and say like hey, look, listen to thing, and I'll just start talking about it, just trying to rattle off some information about it. Not that I know anything about the Lashunta contract itself, but
So, I mean, that sounds to me
I'm
like...
a bit like blasé about it. It's like, tell me more about it. Like I'm new to this thing. How does it actually work?
So you can give me a diplomacy or a bluff check. It's more likely to be a bluff check.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
Come on.
Karen.
Come on.
21.
Woo!
I mean,
Not bad.
I rolled a 3 or something on the sense motive.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yeah, so we want to get in, like, you gotta get set up, and he starts like showing you this like data pad, and he's like starting to get you to like input your name. So he's like, yeah, so Roka's been with us a long time.
I saw they had this like this sort of cloth, this thing, this like medal kind of thing to show.
Yeah, he like pulls like from like his chest bar is a medallion
that's it.
on a chain of the node. Yeah, it's the guild symbol. Like you sign up, you get in, you get one of these, or you get a symbol, you can wear it around like a proud member. Are you guys going through?
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smashing through, or just like?
I think probably
sneaking
sneaking
away.
Because we're little, we're sneaking.
We're small. We'll just go into the fold.
Yeah.
Go into the background.
So that sounds like a stealth check.
It does, doesn't it?
How far is the entrance they're going into from where I am now?
15
Hello.
foot. Well, no, so you'd be on the other side of the bar now.
Well, yeah, okay.
20 foot.
20 foot. Okay.
Oh, it's gone under you.
If it's on the floor, you can re-roll.
Yep.
Because it's off the table.
I got a 16.
Roll forever.
Yeah, okay. Stealth. That's a 10.
You run forwards, and you try and do it quietly and hushly, and you get to this illusion.
Here's the wall.
And essentially, yeah, as soon as you touch the wall, you can see where there's like a door release. You press it, and the door. But the wall for you still looks like a wall.
Yeah.
But you feel that sense of air kind of change.
I'm trusting
I grab TJ's hand and just go through.
You can almost see through into this like outside back area where it's almost a. Well, and as you travel through, you would see that it is almost part of the structure of the station. Where the front of this particular building looks like part of the wall, clearly this is like inside the wall. And there are like terminals and service hatches that you can see, and the main thing that you get is that there are two bulkheads that run the entire height of this room out to the right and left. They have a door in each one, right in the center. There are some lights around, but there are pipes that run from above through the walls that clearly obviously take some kind of liquid or some kind of energy, or who knows. They're giant pipes, like 10 foot, 15 foot thick tubes. But there is an open hole that has been cut in the bulkhead wall off to the far front left, where some makeshift stairs have been erected to go up and over.
Right.
What you see are three people. This robot organism, I say robot organism, a sentient robotic organism essentially, but it's just a robot with a singular light where its face is. You then see a human woman who's talking to them. And Alex, what of their head would they see? How would you describe?
Just the head, right?
Yeah, the rest of you's covered up for now.
I'd say red cranial features, or like red facial attributes, with a weathered, possibly fatigued expression, and a small beak.
And feathers.
I can. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Sure. Yellow feathery fur with a sunset tinge.
You see another bird person, an Aspraxa.
Okay.
Before anything happens, the Beta 4, the SRO that's with you, looks across and this like light points in your guys' directions, and they're like, run. And then runs into and down the stairs on the other side, and you know to follow them, essentially. And they disappear off through the hole in the wall.
Would this bird person count as a humanoid?
Yes.
Can I charm person?
They are currently. How far? What's the range on that?
1 billion foot.
It's not 1 billion foot.
25 foot plus 5 foot for every half level, so that's 30 foot.
They're over 30 feet away. They're about 40, 50 feet away.
Hey, wait! No, we didn't mean to. Wait!
This isn't the bathroom.
I'm sorry. Wasn't intentional.
Do we run? Do we run after them?
Let's run.
Do you want to get Kaz and I'll keep chase? We'll ping you?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose I will then send that's my telepathic message
Okay.
to Kaz, being like, they're running, they're going, just help.
Help.
I think I'll see it sort of blip up.
Oh no, this is happening in your head.
Oh yes, of course. Telepathic message. Be.
Bring this out.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay.
It's a bit difficult right now.
I'll try and make sure you can find where the door is.
Okay.
So,
Bless
So-
you.
Oh, thank you. Ooh.
Bless thee.
Merci.
we'll go to a map cam,
Yeah.
God.
and then we will go.
Zoom, zoom. Oh my word.
So for podcast listeners, I have just brought out a map of this sort of back area, and I will explain the map to the players, and then I will put pictures of this up online afterwards. TJ
Hello.
and Kalis, this is where you would exit the door. This is your door here. I'm not going to put yours down just yet. This is where there's a big this is all bulkhead, bulkhead, bulkhead. These are your two doors, but this is where that hole's been cut. And these stairs erected, and they just run off into whatever's in here.
Right.
Kaz, you get that message in your head.
Okay. Is Cashew still rattling on?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm gonna try and bluff. I'm gonna go on my combat as if I've received a message. I'm glad. Oh, shit. Sorry. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. I'll come back for that contract. Can I save it or something? Can I?
Yeah, we'll hold on to it for you.
All right.
Incredible Kaz will do that for you. Give me a bluff check.
That's not. It's a 7.
7. Yeah. He says that and then just stares at you.
Cool.
No, you gotta go, man.
Yeah. I've got maybe a little bit of my beer left. I'm just gonna go try and chug it, but maybe I'm not going as fast as chugging
He's
it.
going to start looking around. Starts looking behind where that corner was, and then starts looking over the bar and towards the booth and starts surveying the room.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Running.
I'm sort of staying this side of the door, trying to wait for when Kaz might be there, so that I can hand through.
and you get to the bottom of the steps, and you're pretty much holding.
So is Cashew behind the bar? Or
Yeah.
Okay. And it's busy as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
When the rolls come in, it's like.
Throw a glass at him. Start a bar fight.
Oh, what a Cupford can do.
So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer you some assistance here.
Okay.
Because we're talking about a new system of
Yeah.
things that you can do, and obviously we're used to D&D. You can look at other skills, things like computer checks and hacking in to maybe disrupt a table and get that to malfunction. That would take a computer check to hack in. You wouldn't be able to take 10 or 20 because this is an in the moment thing, so you can get in. You could do something like an engineering to see if you could maybe break something remotely and cause a distraction.
Okay.
You could try and set free a demonic looking bunny rabbit.
Please don't.
I don't think.
But
he
right
would try
now,
that.
with those checks, he
Yeah.
is just looking around, but he hasn't left your.
Okay. All right. I think he probably would try and one of the holodecks, maybe where there's particularly a rambunctious crew
Yeah?
that are quite loud or whatever. As I'm walking away, I'm pretending I'm messaging whoever I'm messaging, but actually what I'm doing is trying to disrupt that table, so it's glitching.
So that'll be a computers check.
Yep. Okay. Oh, fucking Okay, that's actually not bad for me. Computers is 22.
Okay. And how would you like to disrupt it?
Maybe there's like a few sparks.
Like power surging.
Yeah, and because they're like trying to look over their contract and they can't read it and it's all glitching out, and they're. My aim is to hopefully try and anger them so that they go, "What the fuck's going on here?" kind of thing. And
Cool. So, you turn away and you find the table, you see them, and in that moment you're like, please, 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 and you send it across, and then you see like sparks come out from the bottom of the table, and this like huge, muscly half orc is just like slams his hands and is like, "Oi!"
Okay.
What is this? And then like Crash's like, "Hey, what? And
Okay.
you have a moment.
As soon as I see him look away, I'm blitzing it. I'm just gonna run, sprint, as they might say.
It's off the table. Cool. And you run, but they're starting to fight, and he's like, "Hey, yo, what? Hey, wait!" And he's like torn as he
Okay.
sees you like run back.
I've made the decision. Kaz is going.
Yeah. And you run, and then you get to the corner, and for a minute you're like, "Oh god, it's a wall," and then
Hand out.
the hand comes out and grabs you, and in this moment you would find yourself
Oh Jesus Christ!
pulled out into the back area here. You go,
TJ's
whoa, no, the back there!
TJ's gone. So there's three
Yeah.
of them. They're running.
Show me where to go.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
We're running, Kaz!
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so in the next turn, as you're led forwards by this SRO and with Imelda there, they start to like lead you underneath some of the pipes and through areas that you wouldn't think to go through, but they are clearly on a discerned path, and you would be led. Where is my SRO? Into sort of like you make it to about here by now. At this point, you'd probably hit the top of the stairs, probably around there. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes.
And at this point, you guys probably make your way across to the bottom of the steps.
25.
Cool. As you go last through, what would be the last thing that they would see going through the pipes?
Some sort of massive tail.
Yeah. What colour is it?
Sort of green, bluey.
And you see that like.
Ooh.
I
dive in after it.
Okay. So you in this next one, we'll try and move to there. Could you give me an acrobatics check, please, to see if you can get through the starting to get tighter and tighter pipes that you're being led through?
That's a 16.
16. Okay, not a problem. You start making your way through. You see, like, just through like these pipes, you can like see like the movement of like the light of this SRO's face, but also like two other individuals trying to like pull themselves through and try and get through what they shouldn't be getting through. The rest of you obviously can get to the top of the stairs over to here. What next? I'm going to start with TJ because you were the first person to act in that sense.
I'm trying to keep on their
Just trying to keep
tails.
pace, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. You get an acrobatics check, but it's very low DC because you're quite used to going through small objects.
I love tunnels.
You make it through with next person into another area behind these pipes, but you can see where somebody's kicked out a large air duct, and the SRO. It's how like IG-11 moves, where it's just like and it's all like twists and stuff like that. Their body almost does that, and they end up in this like dog position, and they start like crawling through, and they're just like quick. Imelda looks at you, this human, and is like, I guess we want the contract, and goes through. Do you follow?
I do.
Yeah.
17 acrobatics.
You make it through to there, and you see that like they get low, but then you can't quite see where they are. What about you guys?
Can we see that TJ's going this way?
Yep, absolutely. Because you get down to this bit, and it's all pipes going into walls and stuff like that.
I was going to say, instead of getting down, can I, from the top of the stairs, take a turn that way?
Okay, so I would like a perception check from you, please, to see if you can find a way through all of these different interweaving pipes and connections.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
an 8. I think it's
I think it's
on the
8.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that hadn't even stopped.
Would you
Not having this dice again. I'll
Do you want
go
the
with
campaign
that.
dice?
No, it's all right. There we go. Perception. It's 15.
15. Okay, so there's like steam and electricity and loads of different like amenities that must come through these pipes, and you can start working your way, if it is, through to about here, climbing through and weaving through. Looking down, you can see that they are going into a vent that's been kicked out, and it's like underneath one of the lights. Kaz, what about you? What are you doing in this moment?
I think he's just going to try and sprint the way that he might have seen TJ going.
Cool. Yep. Acrobatics check to get through the pipe systems. You begin to start crawling through. It's quite dark in here, but there are like little tiny, almost like LEDs that have been left that are on very dim, that seem to like mark certain passageways, and you, following the noise of Beta 4 and also Meld, you can quite easily follow them. In this moment, do you do anything else?
I'm just gonna follow suit because I don't really know what's going on.
Yep.
So yeah,
That's fine.
12.
12. Yep, not a problem. Little bit longer than you'd expect, but should maybe you catch like the new clothing, you're not used to it being that baggy, and like you catch things. TJ.
How far am I away from the back of the pack?
So you were about 25, 30 feet when you saw them enter the tunnel. At this moment, are you carrying on through to the next area?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you get through to here, and you can see this kicked out vent, and you know it's an air duct, and you know they're in there, but you can't quite see them. They might have gone around a corner or something.
I'm getting in the air duct.
Straight in there?
Straight in.
Yeah, perception check, please.
It's a natural 1 for a 6.
You get in, and you're
A
like,
7, sorry.
these aren't round tunnels. But then the echo of the metal, and you can hear people moving, but like, wait, that's going to slow you down a little bit.
Yeah.
You can probably get your way through to the same
Yeah.
sort of area.
I'll probably see TJ's ass getting into a little vent.
Yeah.
Wriggling in.
Can I get to the point when I see the air vent, is there any way that I might be able to put like the diagram for the air vents or something? So like a map almost,
Okay.
like a
So,
hacky-
you would need to make a computers check.
Okay.
This is against station security
Oh,
to
jeez.
try and get. It's quite high.
I'm sure it is.
But I mean, it's like maintenance tunnels and
Okay.
stuff, so it's not the highest tier, but it's high.
Okay. Well, no, it's worth giving it a go. 15.
Access denied.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
I just keep going then.
Okay, you are led a bit further, and they're like, quick, if we can lose them, then we can get to our employer.
Bless you.
Your employer in this instance. And then you are led down a few more tunnels, and then you exit into a room that is a conduit for much of the airflow within this area of the station. It's like there's like vents like lining the walls, and it's like really windy. But there's like a you climb down from this vent, and then there is a door 50 foot ahead of you. That's clearly a service door, and you guys start making your way towards that. You start to not be able to hear them. You come up to the back of the tunnel.
Yep.
And you're like, where are they?
TJ!
And obviously
I got
you are now at the
confused.
back of the pack.
I'd probably try. Do you want me to pull you out or push you?
Push me! Let's go rolling!
Wriggle in and.
Perception check, please.
Perception.
I'd like to try and get in the vents as well.
Yeah, you can follow in. And like, so they're like wider than 5 foot, but they're not quite.
Yeah.
You know, it's still uncomfortable to like try and get past each other, but it's not impossible. Okay. Especially with these guys being so small. But you guys can easily line up and start going through.
I want to try and follow the tracks.
Okay.
And I have a tracker's kit.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I would like to make a survival check if that's okay.
That's fine. Perception from you.
I was going to say, would this be a sight-based perception, or could I use potentially smell to know where I'm going?
Yes, you could.
Okay, so I can actually have my full perception.
22.
15.
Okay. First thing you notice, there are these tiny little LEDs. They look like they've been placed as part of just the vent system and like they were supposed to be there. You realise they're not on every corner. They're not.
Okay.
This is a trail,
Okay.
and with that you can see them. You can smell it. There is definitively like grease or oil. There is also the smell of
60 feet.
probably some kind of street meat.
Street meat.
What was the roll that you got?
15.
15.
I can smell up to 30 feet.
What's the strongest scent that would be on you? Shit.
Yeah, well, like
Wet birds.
Musky.
Musky, and you can smell this almost like musky smell, and it seems to follow those lights. And you guys start following them, I assume.
Yeah.
And that helps you pick up a bit of time as you find where another vent's been kicked out, and you can just see at the back end of this long room, and I will show you another map.
Another what?
Let's go!
Hot diggity damn.
I've got no items to use that would be helpful.
It's this here. Actually, I'll do it this way round so that you guys can see it rather than just me looking at my own
Look at
maps.
this.
Is this long corridor. The SRO is already through, and you can see they're just like fast pace going ahead. You guys would see. Would you like to describe your whole character?
Sure. So I'm just gonna repeat what I said before. So,
Oh yeah.
and Dyspraxia, yellow feathery fur with a sunset tinge, a large flowing green tail, feathered, long purple robes, a large melee weapon of sorts, possibly with some sort of contraption on it, like it's supposed to help something happen, like necessitate something, some sort of energy weapon. Then I have a holstered pistol, and the rest you know as red cranial features, facial attributes, which is the, I don't know what you'd call them.
Wattle.
Wattle.
They're
I was going to go giblets, but that's giblets.
Giblets are definitely another part of it.
I know.
The human is a female, and she is like
I love him.
dirtied
Great, right?
with oils and stuff that you could smell, and also the smell of like. You can see she's sweating, and maybe that's where the smell of meat's coming from, and she's obviously eaten something quite greasy and meaty.
Kebab.
As the three of you drop down into this chamber, because you're over here, and it would be TJ, Kaz, and Calyx are just in there. She turns to you, she's like, go! She pulls a pistol, and she's going to take a shot at whoever was through first, which I believe is TJ.
Yeah.
Ew.
Don't tell me that's a 20.
I'm so little.
Oh,
Oh, it's a good thing we've got medical supplies.
Go on.
A laser blast from an azimuth laser pistol. As you guys drop down, she's like, go! Pulls out, and because you're the first one that hits the ground, it hits you square. You're going to take 6 points of damage outright, and then another 2 points of fire damage. That's 8 points of fire damage as this laser bolt smashes into you. And in this instance, I think it's time to roll initiative. Now,
yeah.
it is 9:30.
Yeah.
So, we could carry on for a little bit, or we can end it there and come back next week. I leave that to you.
I'm easy either way.
Combat takes a while,
Yeah, should we
so
start
I'd
fresh
say that
combat?
this is a good place to stop.
I just got here, man.
I know.
No, it's cool.
But with that,
Yeah.
I think it's a nice cliffhanger to leave it on.
It's so nice to be back at the
Yeah,
table.
man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's good to
Roger,
have
everybody.
you.
For those of you who know Alex from the shows that we did before, Alex is a friend of ours that
We love
Jack,
him.
Tamsin and I have played TTRPGs with for a few years now. And
I had to ask him what TT meant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
he did.
What does TT RPG mean? Tabletop.
Really want it to be like a tantalating. Alex is did 2 Guys 1 Cup with me. We might be getting back to that at some point soon. I need to turn that into a podcast as well, so I'll get to that. But guys, mainly Steph. This is Alex. Alex, this is Steph.
Hello.
You guys out there, you're gonna love him. Just down
Look,
to
I've already got hate mail.
It's just down to whether or not they decide to kill him.
Woo!
So
I mean, yeah,
Well-
this is a potential that your character's like 5 minutes old and we're just
Yeah.
like, bam.
No.
I mean,
We're gonna pluck
to the
you
drawing
like
board,
a
I guess.
chicken you are.
and I guess with that, there's
Oh,
nothing to
man.
say but thank you so much to you, because you've been sat in the wings for 3 weeks, because we didn't know
Yeah.
when they were going to get back, nor did we know how long it was going to take to RP through things, but now Alex should be,
Yep.
provided he doesn't die, part of the show now,
Yeah.
yeah.
continuously. And depends on how, I guess, you guys...
Chicken nuggets.
Or, you know, opposing sides and all that. But, everybody watching on stream, thank you so much.
Well.
Two llamas, oh my god, it's Alex. That's an in-joke. Thank you so much, everybody on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Hit those sub buttons for Amazon Prime on Twitch. If you want to donate, I'll pay the guys. And there's links for that in chat. But you
So
don't have
fan
to.
art.
The fan art is
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, ZZ. If anybody else is doing fan
Art
art,
is so good.
just send it in. If you want us to show it, we'll show it. If you don't, just send it anonymously. We just want to see it. It's amazing, and it's genuinely one of the best things to ever happen in my life is to see these guys in art form from outside of our group. If you can't donate or sub, that's absolutely fine. Tell your friends. I think that's the best thing that can happen for us now is word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
And just, if you like it, tell 2 people. One of them might like it. If you spread the word, maybe we can get more stuff to you. I need to chat to you about merch. I need to want something from you, essentially. I don't think they're too complex, and I think you'll have the time. Guys, thank you. I could rattle on all evening.
Yeah.
It's 9:30. We're going to go to bed. We all sleep in the same bed now.
Yeah.
And
We hamster pile.
Yes.
yeah, guys, thank you so
All
much.
become ham soaky.
Have yourselves a fantastic week. We're back next week.
Yep. Yes, we are.
May the dice gods be ever in your
Ciao,
favour.
ciao.
Bye.
And